Buddy. uh, yeah, buddy. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, welcome, all welcome. Hope we're all doing well. Hope we're having a jolly good old gay time out there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Welcome back. Botrix, thanks for connecting to the channel. You turn this music into my fucking ears. Always angry that Tourism Collegiate with the My Life is Meaning again. I saw that earlier. Yes, I'm glad that your life once again means something that means a lot to me. I mean, Eric Awesome Show, great job. Well, enjoy the game. The song I don't remember from that one. Obviously, etc. Yeah, but yeah, welcome. Welcome to the On Cinema Chill stream numero 36 with me, Ash. Why are you here? Speaking German in my stream? I am right, man. What the fuck? Spacken die Deutsch. Yeah, welcome. Good to see you all. We're doing well. What was I saying there? Oh yeah, Chill On Cinema stream. Me, Klman number 36 here on the Klman channel. I hope we're doing well. I hope we're excited. I hope we're looking forward to this. I certainly have. Looking forward to this all week, baby. Because we're going to be watching my personal favourite piece of On Cinema media ever fucking created. We're finally fucking here. I never thought we'd get to this point, so a little bit of dust on you. Yeah, never thought we'd get to this point. I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think it was ever going to happen at the start. I didn't think we would get to this point where we would get to watch this majesty. But we are. We are. That is sick. I'm very excited. But yeah, welcome again. How are we all doing? Yeah. 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 You know what you're here for? Deck of cards, ladies and gentlemen. It's deck of cards, if you didn't figure it out already. Greg Turkington's cinematic masterpiece. His magnum opus of movies, if you will, in the world of On Cinema. We're finally at that point where we're going to watch it. So that's pretty fucking rad. Like I say, I am fucking deeply excited. I've not watched Deck of Cards in a hot minute. So we're going to watch Deck of Cards, like I say, and we're going to watch all of the Deck of Cards adjacent things that came out around this time, like all the teasers and all that kind of stuff, and behind the cards and Deck of Cards, what went wrong. This is going to be our lead up to the next season of On Cinema the Cinema, otherwise known as On Cinema and More in the Morning, which we've not watched any kind of traditional On Cinema stuff in the way. It's been a lot of like side pieces and other things, so it's exciting. I'm glad we're finally back at it with some normal On Cinema at the cinema. It's good. It's very exciting. I suppose we should do a little bit of admin at the moment, of course, as we usually do before the start of these streams, or the official start of these streams. So, first, me, still working on stuff. Scripts still getting worked on. I'm still working on a bunch of YouTube shorts, some creative tidbits of just kind of gathering up all of the little interesting bits of lore, creative media lore that I have, and fashioning them into YouTube shorts. So they're all going to be coming out. I'm just writing a bunch of kind of up to 3-minute long scripts, recording them, and then we'll be making some YouTube shorts for you to watch. There'll be some media of me coming out while we're waiting on the next big video, which is nice. So yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. One came out, you can check out if you want. It's what was it about again? Arlie Erme from Full Metal Jacket. It's just a little, if you're interested in YouTube shorts, you're interested in like little tidbits of factoids about creative industry stuff, check it out. I've got a few other old YouTube shorts as well. Some of them are good, but yeah, I'm going to be rebranding the creative tidbits thing and making it a bit better and nicer and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, check out them when they come out. Another thing I want to talk about today is Sonichu, the animated series. Ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, I've been talking about this for the past month. I was doing a voice for the show, for the animated series created by Gino Samuel, the creator of Christiana Comprehensive History. I was doing the voice of Black Sonichu, aka Blachu, aka Blake. Yeah, I've said that already. I don't know if I mentioned it last week. Was he even out last week? Can't be. Anyway, well, the point is, Sonichu, the animated series, is officially cancelled. It's done. It's dead after the fucking horrifying copyright strike from from Christian. So Gino is not going to be continuing the series any further. However, he released the unfinished rough cut of the latest episode, episode 4, on his X page, which features me. That was my episode. That was my role. So it's out. We're gonna watch it here just to let you have a little look at it. See what could have been. It's not fucking happening anymore. We'll have a little watch. And I was saying for a while there, I've got some of our recorded lines for 2 episodes. So the other episode of me in it obviously isn't going to be happening. But I still have the lines recorded here. So we'll take a little look at them. Show you what could have been on my end of things, right? For that particular episode, which is going to be, I can't remember the comic. I think it's the one where Blachu fucking kidnaps Rosechu. And Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonichu have to team up to stop him. Yeah, we're going to look at that. We're going to look at Sonichu episode 4. You see, so y'all know. Have a little look at it, you know what I'm saying? We'll watch that before we get into the deck of cards nonsense. But that's about it, yeah. Sonichu animated series, talk about that. My channel, talk about that. That's about it. That's all the admin I have to tell you all, really. That's what's going on my end here in the bunker, in the nerve center, in the studio. In the meantime, while that's going on, please check out my other things I do here on the channel, on the Klman channel, such as Creatorspective, the video essay documentary series where I talk about interesting instances of creative development, like the history of on cinema, and 2 other videos that are going to get done again and remastered at some point. That's on the cards. I'm planning on redoing them soon. I think I was actually going to say that too. I think I'm going to actually start reworking the script for the history of Call of Duty Zombies, and just start doing that back to back with the script I'm doing now, just so there's 2 things going at the same time that make more sense while I'm doing the YouTube shorts and stuff too. So I'm going to start doing that as well, get that off the ground, because the plan is I'm going to do a new Creatorspective. When the new Creatorspective comes out, I'm going to do the remaster of Call of Duty Zombies, another new Creatorspective after that, and then a remaster of the history of Cinemassacre. That's the plan. That's the plan, right? So a new one, a remastered one, a new one, a remastered one. That is the time frame that we're working on here. Movie time! Africa, man, you're welcome. Good to see you, buddy. How are we? Pleasure, my friend. Sincere pleasure. Yeah, so that's on that end. That's all the stuff I have to talk about for my channel. Yeah, like I said, support the videos. Check out Creatorspective playlist, link down below. Check out my latest video essay documentary, Friday the 13th, The Game of History. Watch that, it's good. I'm quite chuffed with that one. And finally, if you want to support the stream, support the channel, support the videos, support the content, support Klman, the Klman channel, Streamlabs tipping page down below. Send some pennies my way if you so wish, if you desire. Just you being here with me, watching stuff, and the content, interacting and liking the stream and all this bullshit is more than enough. Thank you very much. But first, before we watch Deck of Cards, we're going to watch Sonichu the Animated Series Episode 4, starring me as Black Sonichu, because like I say, it's no more. It's dead. The series is not going to continue after it got copyright striked by Chris. So Gino's decided to be better to not pursue it any further. He talked about it some more. Him and Chris have talked about it, and it's clear that the only way the series would go forward is if Chris had creative control, and that's not going to happen because obviously Chris would want to change a bunch of shit, rewrite the original comics and stuff as he's done previously, she's done previously, and it would kind of defeat the purpose of retelling the original comics if they're changed up and not the same. So we're not going to do that, or he's not going to do that, which makes sense. Oh, I wouldn't want to work with Chris anyway, to be quite honest. He's a bit of a fucking atomic bomb of a human being, so I'd rather not. But yeah, that's the case with that, which makes sense to me. But yeah, the unfinished rough cut of Sonichu episode 4, we are going to watch it so you can see what was, and you know, you can have a look at my role. You can have a look at me as Black Sonichu doing some voiceover work. I do that anyway for the channel, but some actual character voiceover work. It's pretty cool. So we're gonna do that now. A little matinee before the main event, if you will, before the cards come out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, fuck off. Here it is. I don't know if any of you have watched Sonichu the animated series yet, but this is Sonichu the animated series. The intro anyway. So we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch episode 4. Like I say, it's unfinished. It's a rough cut. Pretty much like a third of the episode's practically done, and then as it continues on, obviously it stops being done. But yeah, let's have a look at it. Let's have a look. You know, just have a little look at what I was doing for this little project. Thanks, Windows. Yeah, just buckle your fucking seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sonichu, the animated series, episode 4, starring Mark J. Klman, me, as Black Sonichu. You ready? Here we go.
Go, Sonichu! Go out and zap to the extreme!
I will! Thank you, Father!
Oh, it's so sad it's fucking done, man. It's so sick. Yeah, this is the episode. Darkness, Speed, and Lightning with an accidental dose of cherry cola. My debut episode. Black Sonichu.
Neat, Cirque. Even though you have lost your battle with that hedgehog, Sonichu, I am proud that you were able to obtain a sample of his DNA.
His DNA?
I then located the base of Dr. Evo Eggman Robotnik. Needless to say, after I showed him the photo of that Pokemon.
Oh yeah, it's important to know that any like mispronunciations or words being said wrong, it's being taken exactly as it is from the comics. So if there's any spelling errors, they've not been changed. It's exactly the same as the comics, adapted in an animated show. As you notice, I get to say a spelling error word in the end, which is great.
He was astounded. And we shook an agreement of Dr. Robotnik reconstructing the DNA machine that was found on a new island.
Giovanni from Pokemon.
Soon,
Holy
I'll have
it's as if you can't copyright strike this shit, Chris.
To send out and defeat the original.
Wow.
Nate Cirque, our victory is assured, or I am not Giovanni, the leader of Team Rocket.
Holy shit, man. I love that. Oh, DNA strands and a can of cherry cola. What's this mysterious thing going on here? Who's this guy? What? Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh well.
I love the guy who voiced this guy's really good. Very apathetic. Do you remember the character's name? It's like fucking Bob the Scientist or something. He appears in it like once. Oh my god. Put the data. Pokemon's were identified. Oh shit, who's this? God. A dirty, nefarious, evil character. Bending in goo.
Maybe it's the liquid, but
This guy's really... It's a guy called Sir Real. Never spoke to him, but he did the voice for Christian and Nate Cirque, because Nate Cirque turns out to be evil Christian after a while. I love the movies!
Sonichu looks black to me.
Weird, huh?
You are Sonichu. You obey only to Giovanni and his son, Nate Cirque.
Nate Cirque.
You are dark, evil, and very powerful.
Good descriptor.
When awakened,
This
you will
personality's
seek
been given to him.
and fight your original counterpart.
Here it comes. I'm very happy with how this turned out, man. Really fucking well done.
Sonichu. Nate Cirque. Powerful. Counterpart?
What information are these fools trying to brainwash into me? I'll do whatever I please,
Yeah,
but
buddy.
I'll play along.
What conniving bastard.
Well, Robotnik,
You can
here's
see it's starting to be unfinished at this
the
point.
result of your skills and our gayness.
Is what?
What's your
I don't even know
opinion?
what word that's supposed to be.
He reminds me of another
The guy who did fucking Robotnik is fucking incredible, by the way. Holy shit.
creature I released years
Released?
ago, but I'm sure this Sonichu is
I think it's
much
supposed. I'm assuming his impression's based on. It sounds like Robotnik from the animated Sonic.
stronger.
Fingers.
I'm not sure, but he looks black to me. Oh well, he'll still shot that hedgehog Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Boss, I'm reading the brainwaves of the Pokemon.
Whoa.
They're racing.
No shit.
Let's release him.
Yes, sir.
Drain
find
the
out.
fluid and raise the
Remember
tube.
Robotnik was in Deck of Cards, yeah. Yeah. So's Black Sonichu. We're watching the last episode of the animated series because it's cancelled, and this is the one that I'm in. So we're gonna have a little. This is our matinee, Mo. Oh yeah, you missed all that because you were watching Tim and Eric. Here he comes. I just realised I'm wearing this shirt as well. That was not planned. I'm wearing the black Sonichu
He
shirt.
is black.
He's black!
Huh? Well, I'll just call him Black Sonichu.
Great name.
That's fine with me, but let's just shorten that to Blotchu. Deal?
Deal.
All that.
My name's Nice,
Dapping
sir.
him up.
I am your master. This is my father,
Giovanni.
Giovanni. Do not cross him.
Sorry, it was a
And
great
that's
voice actor for
Dr.
Chris Shannon.
Robotnik.
My pleasure to make your acquaintance, Black Sonichu.
Yeah.
Mine as well. Please accept these rocket boosters as your first birthday present.
How cute. Well, speed increase. Black Sonic
Come,
is rocket booster.
Blotchu. And we will brief
All these extra bits that you know that are really funny. Like all this
to you your
awkward eye
mission,
movement. Like, what the
birth,
fuck? Why is he
and
touching me?
training.
Yeah, buddy.
Lights on. So, Blotchu, if you have any
Blotchu.
questions, please ask now.
Yes, sir. So, if I was cloned from Sonichu's DNA, shouldn't that make him my father? Also, why am I black and not yellow?
Astounding questions,
Oh,
Blotchu.
it's so fucking
With all due
stupid.
respect, I would not
Yeah,
refer to
smooth
Sonichu
animation's not
as
even being
your
done anymore.
father, but more as a brother. But do not ever look up to him. And
Do not
as my
ever look
scientist
up to him,
Bill reported,
Sonichu.
he spilled some cherry cola onto your DNA strands. The red and black chemicals
cola,
must
so
have
stupid.
overridden the brown and yellow pigment.
How
Any
genius.
other questions?
Giovanni,
Yeah.
I've
It's just
searched
fucking
online
bits in
and
the
I've
comic.
found data on Sonichu.
It's like a lost
Apparently,
relic, man.
it was reported to Professor Oak by a Pokemon trainer named Kel.
Excellent, Robotnik.
Excellent robot.
Now we can compare these statistics with Black Sonichu's, and make him much stronger and faster. What's
Cool.
this on the other page?
That's Rosechew, also an electric
explanation,
hedgehog Pokemon. I also learned that she is Sonichu's girlfriend.
Perfect.
Yeah, I was
Now
supposed
we
to-
have the
Black
plan
Sonichu
to
kidnap
lure
Sonichu in the
Sonichu
next
into
episode,
our trap.
Yeah.
After training, Black Sonichu will kidnap Rosechew.
Yes.
Haha,
Which he
good
does.
work. Now, make a machine to drain Sonichu's power, Dr. Robotnik.
Genius.
Yes, Giovanni.
Yeah, this is a bunch of fucking bullshit because it's.
They seem similar,
animated.
but Black Sonichu has greater strength.
Yes, it looks like he's ready for the mission.
less defense.
I
though, come on
agree.
now.
Black Sonichu, please report to my office immediately. It's time for your mission.
Last line.
I guess my training is completed. It's time to prepare to encounter my brother,
Eno counter.
Sonichu.
Yeah, that was it. Oh, fucking done. We're gonna see it again. I am. Yeah, buddy. And that Comic Sans. I think that's on the Quickie now, actually, which is a bit of a fucking. That's a serious fucking bummer. Mark J. Coleman's on the Quickie. God damn, man. That's not an accolade I ever fucking wanted. Ever. In my life. Yeah, R.I.P. And that's it. Okay, I just want to show that off because it's all done now, and that's what I did. My contribution to Sonic the animated series, everybody. Blast you. Anyway, we're gonna watch the main event now, folks. Here we go. We're gonna watch Deck of Cards now, or at the very least, we're gonna watch the teaser for Deck of Cards. There's a few teasers here. We've got Deck of Cards the teaser, Deck of Cards the teaser trailer. Behind the cards, all the same image of Greg being the Joker, and the main event, and then Deck of Cards. What went wrong? And this is going to be, I think this is the lead into the next series of On Cinema at the Cinema. Like I say, we've not watched any classic On Cinema in a long time, so it'll be a nice reprieve to get back to the movies, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if this takes place after the start of the next season. I can't remember, but, you know, it doesn't really matter, because this is not attached to that, it's attached to this. So we're going to look at the teaser, ladies and gentlemen. I think we might have watched this already on the last season of On Cinema at the Cinema. But we're going to watch it again on the 17th of November 2021. Let's see what Greg Turkington was cooking all this time. Let's find out. I'm so fucking excited for this, man. So excited for this. Bum ba da bum 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 ba ba dum. Oh. It's written and directed by film expert Greg Turkington, everybody. Fuck yeah. Based on the best-selling deck. Oh, wow.
Many years ago, in a long-forgotten kingdom...
Joker, I need to know that I can trust you to assemble an army of that size.
The rest of us.
Kingdom depends on this.
Good king?
Good king?
I will make sure you have been dealt
Greg always looks at the fucking camera. I love that.
a good hand. I have two suits to draw from.
Do you?
Your loyal hearts are in the shuffle, as always. But our allies, the diamonds, have also offered
Thanks
to
for
assist
telling us
with
this, Greg,
all their
directly
might.
to us.
Well, the King of Diamonds.
Greg just can't help. He's like, he knows he's in a movie, you know. He's that much of a film expert. Even when he's a character in a movie, he knows he's in a movie. That's how much of a film buff this guy is.
Has been an ally,
Genius.
but a shaky one. That
Shaky one.
fate of my kingdom depends on these cards. It worries me so.
Sire, it behooves no one
Also, lest we forget the green screen. He's just like half ghost.
the entire deck if the House of Hearts collapses. I can assure you that despite being known as a Joker, I am taking this matter most seriously.
Stop smiling at us, Greg.
Place my faith in you. Godspeed.
Godspeed. Yep, just, yeah, wow. I'm so invested. What's going to happen in the world of the Card Kingdom? I simply need to know more. We continue there, everybody. Let's see what else we can see from the world of the cards in teaser trailer number 2. Teaser trailer number 2, everybody. Yeah, it's a big leap now. The 21st of June 2022. It's happening. We're getting a deeper look into the world that Greg Turkington has created for us. What is this? Mick Jones is the King of Spades. What is this? Oh, no, I can't do that. I can't be listening to Lemmy. I'll fucking get done for that shit probably somehow. James Dean is the King of Clubs. Mark Porks, yeah. The usual rhetoric from the On Cinema family. Let's watch it. What else are we going to see here?
This summer. Bring a legendary character back to the silver screen.
That's so fucking loud, man. This is original music.
Be introducing
the Joker. It's the Joker. He struck again in some fucking Daggerfall game level. Genius. Oh my god, this is so intense. The cards, the king of movies. Based on popular characters adapted by Greg Turkington. But the drama, the fucking soundtrack is phenomenal, to be fair. Fuck yeah, where's VFA? Just a bunch of thunder and lightning. Oh well. Yeah, that was really fucking loud, man. That hurt. My ear drums have been perforated. Okay. Is it time? Are we just gonna dive in now? Oh no, behind the cards is next. Let's not forget the third fucking trailer for this shit. It was released on the 26th of July 2022. I don't know what this is. I'm assuming it's gonna be like a behind the scenes making of deck of cards, perhaps. Greg Turkington's cheeky little pouted lip. We'll see what he's got to say for himself. I never present more deck of cards. Yeah, Ascension. What is this?
Hey guys, this is Greg Turkington, and welcome to
Greg Turkington with a really fucking dirty ass lamp. Jeez. Where the hell is this guy?
This is Greg Turkington, and welcome to our cinema's very special deck of cards sneak preview behind the scenes. Cool. This is the place to get all the up-to-the-minute information on the making of deck of cards, as well as sneak preview information you won't find anywhere else. Deck of Cards is the upcoming movie that has got everybody talking, as it's the very first movie based on an actual deck of cards, the biggest selling item in the history of things that have been made into movies. So deck of cards.
What is he talking about there? What does that mean? Say that again, Greg. Oh, come on. Why is it doing backwards? For fuck's it's highlighted. Enough. Behave. Play.
First movie based on an actual deck of cards. Deck of Cards is the upcoming movie that has got everybody talking, as it's the very first movie based on an actual deck of cards, the biggest selling item in the history of things that have been made into movies.
What is he fucking yapping about? Is a deck of cards that popular with people? I mean, I like a deck of cards, don't mind telling you. Not just the film as a certified card head, but I like a deck of cards. But what does he mean?
So, Deck of Cards is coming this summer, and we're very excited about this motion picture. I starred in it, of course, along with Joe Estevez and special guest star Arthur.
What does that mean?
Played by Dudley Moore.
Dudley Moore's going to be in this film?
And so, Deck of Cards is about the kingdom of cards. And when the King of Hearts is kidnapped, the Joker and the rest of the cards have to spring in action and try to save him from the war that threatens to tear apart the whole kingdom of cards. Now I'm going to introduce to you some of the characters that we're going to meet in this motion picture.
I'd love to see it, Greg.
Hold on a sec.
Okay. Where is he? Some fucking dingy hotel?
Okay, we're back, and let me introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only King of Hearts.
Right there.
He's played by Joe Estevez, and he is the king of the kingdom of cards. And he is kidnapped by some of the other cards, some of the other suits, because the deck of cards, of course, has four suits. The King, the hearts, clubs, spades, and diamonds. And you're going to meet all of them in this movie. Of course, the King of Cards is sort of the most important character in the movie, aside from the Joker. You're also going to meet the Two of Diamonds. He's a real card. By that I mean an interesting character that you're just going to love when you get to meet the Two of Diamonds, who's
Greg Tarkington jumps there. Yeah, he's fucking staring down the barrel, man, with his fucking nerd's ass multicolored popcorn and this fucking waterlogged lamp. Where is this guy? I don't understand where he is.
Plays.
Even the deck of cards looks fucking dirty as fuck. Like, that's no bicycle card set. What has he been fucking doing?
Very important role in deck of cards. Another card you're going to meet is the Eight.
This is actually a genius intro to like all these characters.
Of Spades.
The Eight of Spades.
And he's
Neil Hamburger shows up. Rip diddly dip dip. I never knew that. It is 420 long. Hey, I'll be doing some of that later. Hey, yes. I don't know that Neil Hamburger was in. He's a grimy motherfucker. But man, you just never know what the fuck he's up to. Like, where, I mean, the accusation that he's a homeless man often rears its ugly head. So, like, is this just him in a fucking motel? A Fleabag motel or something? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know that Neil Hamburger was in a Tim and Eric episode. That's crazy. Very interesting. We need to try and seek that out.
He's one of the warriors that will be battling to save the King of Hearts in one of the climactic battle scenes that we're still filming.
Neat.
And of course, don't forget the Joker.
The Joker.
This is not the Joker from the Batman movies.
This
is the actual Joker,
This
the
is the
original
real
Joker. From the original deck of cards that the movie was based on, which actually is one of the oldest sources.
What, Batman the movie was based on the deck of cards? Episode 8, jeez, man. That early into the run, that's crazy.
Materials for a movie.
I've seen episodes scattered. I've never seen like the full seasons of on cinema. Tim and Eric. All these fucking unmarked tapes as well, just some like generic VHS boxes
in history, and you can bet that Guinness will take note of that.
Oh yeah.
Here's another card that you might encounter in the movie: the King of Diamonds.
King of Diamonds as well.
King of a neighboring,
I
guess, a neighboring
you guess.
community.
It's your fucking script.
The
your
ancient
world.
forest where this movie takes place.
Okay.
No, it's not the same forest as The Hobbit, but there are some similarities. Anyway, the deck of cards is in production now. Here's some of the other cards in the movie
The Joker.
That you might see briefly or in expanded roles. We're still working that out. Now for the bad news.
Oh yeah, they do website marathons, don't they? I can actually fucking watch that shit. Hopefully they do a Decker marathon soon. They never will, but imagine that. Then I'll be able to fucking gain access to the fucker. That'd be sick.
Tim Heidecker has unfortunately taken control of the film.
Oh no!
And is re-editing what we've filmed. So I can't vouch for this turning out the way that we intended.
Yeah, I wonder.
And hopefully,
I'm sure he'll stay true to the vision, Greg.
He honors the intention of the director and the screenwriter of Deck of Cards.
Yeah, buddy.
So Deck of Cards coming soon to the High Network.
Yeah. Coming soon. Thanks, Greg. Oh, look at that VFA logo. That looks fucking fire. Alright, cool. Oh my god, we're fucking here. I'm so fucking hyped for this shit. Woo! Ladies and fucking gentlemen, certified card head, deck of cards expert, the Joker. This is my personal favourite piece of on-cinema media we've ever had so far in the over 10 years of its inception. As a Greg head myself, this is my favourite. I think it encompasses everything that on cinema is outside of reviewing movies. Certainly on Greg's side, at least, this is the encompassment of Greg Tarkington in the world of on cinema. Similar to, I don't know, The Trial or Decker is the encompassment of Tim. It's Deck of Cards. The motion picture event that is Deck of Cards. Again, my personal favourite piece of on cinema media. I'm so excited. I never thought we'd get to this point, but we did it. And we're going to watch it. So buckle up, buckaroos. This is how history's made. This is what we're here for. This is why man learned to walk. And it was to watch this shit on this channel. Deck of Cards, released on the 2nd of August 2022. The cinematic masterpiece magnum opus again. The all-encompassing nature of Greg Tarkington as a character in on cinema, I think, is this piece right here. And we're going to dive in and see what it's all about. Yeah, buckle up. It's going to be life-changing, I think. Deck of Cards. Here we go. Yes! I should say... Oh, fuck off. I should say also, when I say... I just realised, when I say encompassing Greg Tarkington, the first half of Deck of Cards is the encompassing Greg Tarkington aura. You'll see why later. I mean that. Why is it doing that? How about stop? Thanks. Literal film archive, everybody. Deck of Cards. Starring Joe Estes and Greg Turkington. Based on the best-selling deck. Many years ago, in a long-forgotten kingdom. You seen that?
Joker, I need to know that I can trust you to assemble an army of that size. My kingdom depends on this.
Good king?
Also, like that Greg's just like wearing his typical shit with this fucking card over him. Like, there's no other outfit accoutrements whatsoever. Other than
I will make sure you have
the Joker's cap.
Been dealt a good hand.
A good hand?
I have 2 suits to draw from.
Do you?
Your loyal hearts are in the shuffle.
I love the hearts.
As always.
As always.
But our allies, the diamonds,
have also offered to assist
with all their might.
Jeez.
Well, the King of Diamonds has been an ally, but a shaky one.
Shaky one of that.
The fate of my kingdom depends
All
on these cards.
Just too many suits for one kingdom.
Sire, it behooves no one in the entire
Why does
deck
Greg just
if
not
the House
talk
of
directly
Hearts
to him?
Collapses.
Again, it's because he's an expert film buff. Even when he's a character in a film, he knows he's in the film. You know what I mean? He knows he's in a movie.
I can assure you that despite being known as a joker, I am taking this matter most seriously.
Ah! Greg's so happy with that. His script.
Place my faith in you.
Look at this fucking cloud gift just playing over and over. Godspeed. Despite the highest levels of security, tragedy struck the Kingdom of Cards. The King of Hearts was mysteriously kidnapped, taken from his castle by a mysterious character, the likes of which continues to remain a mystery. The Joker, ignorant to the kidnapping, tries to negotiate with an emissary from the suit of diamonds. Thanks for that. Whoa! I'm gonna watch this, I'm so excited. The Castle Film Library, the Joker's Lair. Oh, fuck yeah. What map is this? Is it Middle Earth? Is that a map of Middle Earth? Kingdom of Cards. You can't really make anything out on there. Ned there? I don't know too many places in Middle Earth to really tell if it's a map of it though. I can't see fucking Hobbiton or nothing. It must be, surely to Christ. Has to be, right? If anyone is a deep lore man when it comes to Middle Earth lore, if you've read the Silmarillion, you might be able to tell if there's any of these place names that you can pick out. Matinee, you know? Must be, has to be. What else could it possibly be? You know? Has to be Middle Earth. Has to be Middle Earth. Anyway. Oh god. This
and so
thing.
I must ask you, kind Mr. Two, to approach your King of Diamonds with my proposition.
I'll say, old chum, it's a merry idea. We diamonds love a good fight, almost as much as we love a jolly good gin.
Well, I hope one day to celebrate our victory by sharing a drink with you and the other diamonds and hearts at the local pub.
That's it.
At the local pub.
There now. I could use
Why is he's got fucking whiskers?
Now, my kind card friend, hold your horses.
Bad news, my fellow cards.
The
King of Hearts has been kidnapped.
This is terrible, terrible news.
Awful.
Who is behind this dastardly deed?
Well, the story goes that it was a rival card who carried out the deed. But which card exactly is presently unknown. Several cards of different suits were seen lurking in the vicinity.
We must find the King of Hearts and prosecute those responsible for removing them from the deck. Without a full deck available at all times, none of us can shine brightly. A deck of cards of 51 cards cannot stand.
The answer
that was a great. This script is fucking incredible. Thanks for that, Arthur.
to this crime lies in figuring out the exact cards who were seen.
Clip art style program. Yeah. Must just be a fucking yeah. I think it is. Must be a random. I just you have to assume with this kid. You know what I mean?
At the scene of the crime.
Yeah, it must be.
I believe
That's fucking hot.
that the cards involved represent a numerical code that will lead us directly to the secret bunker where the king is being kept.
Could it have been the 6 of clubs?
Do you have information?
What is going on there?
No, but I was just thinking how I could use 6 club sodas mixed with vodka. Let's go to the pub.
Sorry, old chap, but that's for another time, another movie. Let's get on this case.
Okay, but your joke is all as much fun as it cracked up to be, isn't it?
There will be plenty of time for merriment later.
Fucking chimp, man. Jesus.
For now, we must do our duty as members of the deck.
The deck.
And keep in mind, kind card, that no one is better at cracking codes than I.
Yeah,
I will solve this case as I have many others using my code-breaking expertise.
So he's a master code breaker as well?
Halt! Who goes there?
It's me, the mummy, ghastly character, come to life.
What do you want?
I am told I need a card to enter heaven and end this purgatory.
Mummy, you've come to the right place. This is the kingdom of cards.
Wow.
Join us.
Thanks, Mummy. Well, watch out. Why you just what? Alright, bye, Mark.
Okay, can we, is that enough?
Just keep...
Mark, keep walking, man.
Well, I need to, I know, but I have to
just march in place. It's going to look like the Wizard of Oz, like the yellow brick road.
How long do we have to do this?
Like half an hour.
Did you say half an hour? Oh, man. It's great. It's beautiful. That road looks quite phenomenal.
What is that I hear?
It sounds like music.
Is it?
Not just any music either. The music you're hearing is called swing. It is the soundtrack to a dance called... The Jitterbug.
Jitterbug.
Jitterbugging developed from dances performed by African Americans in...
Now listen to this shit. Apparently, not only does Greg Turkington have movie buff expertise, he has music buff expertise. Listen to this shit.
Juke joints and dance halls. The Carolina Shag and single Lindy Hop dances form the basis of the Jitterbug, which gave way to the double Lindy Hop when rock and roll became popular.
What the fuck? That was like genuine knowledge.
I like this music.
What the fuck?
I think the whole world will be watching the first
so
ever
crazy.
unveiling of the famous Jitterbug scene.
No way.
It was originally filmed for...
What film?
For...
The mummy knows.
The Jitterbug scene was originally filmed for...
Mark Brooks, the mummy doesn't know. He can't hear. His ears are covered in fucking
Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz!
Wizard of
What was
Oz.
later cut from the movie. The footage was never recovered and was lost forever to moviegoers, but it is now restored here in full color.
No way.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present the Jitterbug scene, complete at
Ladies and gentlemen, who is he talking to?
last. Oz heads everywhere can rejoice.
Wow. What's she even doing? Is she dancing or what?
As a certified Oz expert, this is the first time I've ever seen this recreated exactly as it was originally shot by MGM Studios in Wizard of Oz. The Jitterbug.
Jitterbug. Exactly the same as I watching the original film. Mark sitting down. Awful, man, get back to the floor. It's a fucking mess, man. Don't sit down the horse. Oh! What the fuck was that? I can't believe it's the exact same. Whoa, whoa. Holy shit. Black Mirror episode. Yeah, I don't think Mark Brooks doesn't want to work. Mark Brooks probably still has a lot of anxiety being near Greg Turkington after what happened, you know. It very much reads throughout the entire of this film. The Queen of Hearts, get it? I don't think she even wants to fucking be here anymore. Is she? Never appears again in the fucking One Son of the World. Jitterbug. It's an odds. Okay, let's see. Try.
Jitterbug. Oh, the jitter. Oh, the bug. Oh, the jitter. In the weather. In the throw. All the critters got to be dancing on 1,000.
Oh my god.
The jitterbug!
Jitterbug! Fucking hell.
At last, the jitterbug scene is complete.
1,000.
Yeah, that's fucking chaos.
The jitterbug!
What's going on? Mark, did you even read the script? It's the jitterbug scene. It's just constantly fucking green screened in one part of his head.
The jitterbug scene is complete.
Long
Oz heads everywhere can rejoice.
I'm rejoicing right now.
Now, let's
Mark.
go on our merry...
Let me go.
Mark,
Whoa.
you said it was done. You said rejoice.
What's Mark's problem with direction, man? Castle Film Library, everybody, here we go. Oh my god, is this the medieval?
This is actually the largest film library in the entire kingdom.
Wow.
Where?
Largest. Interesting.
That we're going to now.
Are we going to? How fascinating. Hollywood, California. A Star is Born. Starring Janet Gaynor. These movies, man, oh shit.
The abduction of the King of
Oh,
Hearts
Harper
is
here.
one card trick that has never been done before.
Very much so.
It'll take all my skills, but I will figure out the cards who
Minecraft
kidnapped the
ass
king,
books back
and
here.
their values will spell out the coordinates.
Mark! He's just got that fucking 1,000-yard stare. Looks like he just got out of Vietnam. He's been blown up to smithereens. He doesn't want to be here, man. Good job, everybody.
of where he is being kept. The answer lies in the movies.
God, the fucking, who's she again? She's not even the Queen of Hearts. She's the
We'll figure out
Eight of Hearts or something. Is she the Queen?
the cards who
Maybe she's pure staring at Greg with very much with.
kidnapped the king, and their values
into that,
will
so she
spell
has
out
the
the
Queen of
coordinates of where he is being kept. The answer
it's
lies
numbered by
in
him.
the movies.
Movies.
But which one?
Yeah, I've heard it before. Joker, you know what? You need a drink. Hey, I want me, mummy. hey, mummy. Mummy, can the dead drink? I've always wondered that. Is there a tavern in heaven? If there's no tavern in heaven, I don't want to go.
I wouldn't have that information. I wouldn't have that information.
Arthur,
Alright.
Mummy, be quiet.
Yeah,
I need to
chill out, man,
concentrate.
jeez. Arthur's just a fucking raging alcoholic in this. Right, I'm gonna quickly take a break here because I need to go to the toilet. And I can't sit here bursting while I'm watching this art. So I'm gonna put on some music and I will return very quickly. Okay? Yeah. Okay. BRB, folks. Take a Waz, and we'll be back with more Card Kingdom expertise, I guess. back to the movie. I fucking love that song, man. Okay. Back to the deck of cards. Everybody, here we freaking go. Yes, sir. Here we go.
This may be my toughest code-breaking assignment yet.
Like, Greg just can't help but blend fucking Clinkston into this shit as well. I love that. Here we go. What films do I recognise here? American Beauty, yeah. So I Married an Axe Murderer, starring Mike Myers. Shawshank Redemption, yeah. Ghostbusters! Clue, not a big fan of that. I wasn't a big fan of Clue, to be honest. 8 Days Later, yeah. Castaway, starring Tom Hanks. What is that, Arabian Nights? Yeah. The Jungle Book, Sabu? That's not Disney, is it? Barry Jane, yeah. There's the Shawshank Redemption again. Starring? Fuck. Who's that guy? Ever since I was a little boy. Fuck. Have I blanked on his name? Oh well. He's in that film. Animatrix? Huh. Is that not from like the third film or something? It's Ghostbusters! It's the same movies again and again. Is this his extensive fucking VHS collection right now? Fucking hell. I mean, really?
Random Hearts?
Bart Brooks. Same films again. Oh, Batman! I saw Batman there. Why did they just show it? What? I thought Greg had more tapes in this. What's really going on here? Oh shit, turn up a little bit.
Diamonds are forever?
I just want to
James Bond.
enter heaven so I can. I just want to enter heaven so I can stop roaming the earth as this mummy.
Oh, Mark. I'm so sorry.
Diamond Man?
Fuck you. Got a fucking mission, bro.
I'd be an actress.
Aha! Clue! That's
Clue.
it! This movie holds the clue to finding out the villains in our midst.
Who you call him pissed?
By Jove, I've
only had
got
a couple of
it. The
drinks.
secret lies in the running time. Clue is 94 minutes. That number represents two cards, the 9 and the 4.
Whoa.
All I need now is the suit.
How will you ever find that information?
How?
Ah, my queen, you underestimate the power of the
The
movies.
Joker and the movies.
94 minutes is the running time
Power
of
of
Clue,
movies.
but it is also the exact same running time of the great movie from 2018 called Father of the Year.
Whoa, Father of the Year, obviously. So clear to me now. Mark, get in here a little bit.
I don't get it.
No, you don't, do you? You don't get it. You don't get it, Mark Brooks. You really don't get it.
Simple. Father of the Year stars Joey Bragg and
She's been passed out.
David Spade.
Ah,
that's the suit.
That's the
Spades.
suit.
You see, the kidnappers are the 9 and the 4 from the running time,
Of the
and
Spades.
the
From David
Spades
Spade.
from the actor's name.
Okay,
Good
now
code crack.
we know the kidnappers. But that doesn't bring our king back.
I know what we're gonna do.
Joker, you are talking
Come on,
in circles
Joker.
like all great Jokers do.
Like
Your
all
knowledge
great
of movies
Jokers do.
is unparalleled, but right now,
Oh, this is the Oscar-winning performance right now.
oh, I just wish there was someone who could help us find the King of Hearts.
Who can do it? Whoa, what's going on? What's happening here? Whoa, where are we going? What? The moon? Whoa!
Where am I?
Where am I? It seems that I'm in the clouds. It seems I have eyes in the sky. Ladies and gentlemen, could you fucking believe it? Yeah, 13 minutes into the film and it turns into a completely different movie on behalf of Tim, because he's back as everyone's favorite best friend, Decker.
You are in a temporary world.
Temporary world. Alright, go.
Perfect. Wait, who am I?
You are Lieutenant John Jacob Denneker.
Lieutenant John Jacob Denneker, because I guess he can't do Decker anymore because Adult Swim kind of still owns the IP. So it's Denneker now. John Jacob Denneker, who's the exact same character, but different name. Right? Okay? Cool.
Chief spy for the CIA, killed in action 2 days ago in Somalia, fighting a Marxist insurrection.
You're trying to tell me I'm dead?
Not quite.
Wait.
The founding fathers who sit at the foot of God himself have made an appeal on your behalf. You have been granted a rare power, Lieutenant Denneker.
Have
You can pass through time and space and travel from Earth to heaven and hell.
Gee, bro, Denneker's just become fucking Doomslayer, bro. This is just Doom.
Wow, I can travel between heaven and hell. And
Like,
solve crimes, mysteries that have been unsolvable for thousands of years because the victims are dead.
Because the victims are dead.
This changed the game. This is a game changer.
Your first mission is in an entirely different dimension.
No one said shit about a different dimension.
Consider it a training mission to acquaint yourself with world jumping.
Can I get a head start and head down to hell and kill Bin Laden one more time?
No, Denneker.
That is one of the classic Tim Heidecker, Tim and Eric faces right there.
Consider it a training
That's exactly the kind of thing we do in that show.
mission to acquaint yourself with world jumping.
And World the Delgados own Decker? I think so. I mean, oh, is that the reason why? I guess it must be. I can't really remember, man. I don't remember what they said about owning Decker. Always assumed, because Adult Swim was kind of in World as well, so I just assumed that was still extant, you know? But you may be right. I'm not too sure about that one, honestly. I can't remember that bit of low. I think that probably would be right, right?
Can I get a head start and head down to hell and kill Bin Laden one more time?
No, Denneker. Your assignment is to solve a great mystery in a faraway land.
I would rather head to my own country and help my own country, my own fellow Americans, instead of giving money to countries that don't pay their fair share.
America's
Well said, Denneker. Well said, indeed.
interests are at heart here. I will send you for a full debrief from one of our top intelligence
His
agents.
hands in his pockets.
I'll head there once.
Fuck yeah, Denneker.
Whoa!
It's another fucking film in a film. It's a film in a film. Fucking hell, man. It's so in my ears.
The motion picture movie you're about to see is based on a work of
We call him LaRue.
fiction that has sold more copies than any book. And yet until now, no filmmaker has dared tell
Mark Poach.
the true story of the
Bobby Valley's here as well. My God, everyone's here.
52 beloved characters who comprise the deck
Based on a failed concept from Greg Tarkington. What an amazing title that is.
of cards. Now it's
With significant changes by Tim.
time to see them all.
Original wow, Jesus. Original financial investment courtesy of Greg Tarkington, associated with the popcorn people. Go.
Come to life to this first unprecedented
Oh, not Deck 4R. Is that what they're called now? If it was the 4, currently known as Deck R, this is a fucking mess.
movie event. This award-winning
All further references of The Wizard of Oz and Arthur removed by Tim Heidecker. Thanks, Tim.
first ever telling of the one and only deck of cards.
There's the old Decker logo and everything. A great shirt. I would love to wear based on a failed concept by Greg Tarkington on my shirt. Significant changes. All references to Arthur and Wizard of Oz removed by Tim Heidecker. Fuck me, man. It's Deck of Cards. The upper Deck of Cards. Ray Leroy? Who could this be? 100 hours, as usual. Walk cycle. Noise.
Hello?
Oh, they gave it back to Tim with Jeez. That makes sense. See, yeah, I fucking couldn't remember. It's been fucking too long, man. You watched all this shit. It just all blends into one after a while.
Is anyone here?
You're in a fucking
This doesn't
bodega.
look like the Pentagon.
It's a bodega.
Welcome to Ray Leroy's store. How can I help you?
Ray Leroy? I must be in the wrong place. I'm not looking for alligator boots. I'm looking for covert intel.
Well, then you come to the right place.
Yeah,
I'm
looks
one
like
of the
you've got a
country's
look at this guy.
top intelligence agencies.
CIA?
No, after what happened at the last election, they no longer can be trusted.
Wow.
It was a deep state takeover. Whole agency was overrun with traitors.
Is that a fact? Tell us more, LaRue. Michael LaRue, Matthews, Roy LaRue.
Compromised and
Does it look like the Pentagon?
eliminated anyone who's loyal with the American people. Who do you think betrayed you on your last operation?
Who? Who betrayed him on his last stop? Whoa! What's going on here? He's dying? No, not J.J. Denneker. Get up, Denneker. Get up. Oh my god, it's the iconic Decker skull! Holy shit, it's been so long since you've seen the iconic Decker Port Call Hawaii skull. My god, that's a deep
I knew it. I was
lore.
set up by the corrupt forces at CIA and Deep State. They killed me with poison gas.
They kill me with poison gas. The fucking faces are great. Yeah, it's supposed to be Steven Seagal, isn't it? Like, come on, bro. I think he even looks more like it now because he's like a bit older and skinnier as well. You know.
I'm afraid so.
So if you aren't with the CIA, who the hell are you with?
Who the hell are you with?
After the agency was compromised, anonymous patriots built a shadow network to
Yeah, man, the fucking classic skull. That's crazy.
share intelligence. Citizens now hold the real intelligence.
Do they?
Wow, just like the
That
founding
isn't-
fathers intended.
Wow, yeah, exactly.
It's good to have you back, Denneker. Now let's get you trained for the first mission.
Fuck yeah, get into the secret mission. All this code. Is this the real Master Code Breaker?
You've probably been told that you're headed to a faraway land. Or should I say, kingdom.
Yeah, I'm glad also. Tim looks good, man. He looks great. Just goes to show it, you can lose weight whenever, in any time of your life, you know? And he looks great for it now. We love Tubby Chubby Tim, because he used it to his advantage, you know, when he played characters, but he, at the same vein, especially when he first lost weight and on cinema, made that work very well. Also, like during the Gold War arc and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, he looks good for it. Good for him. Proud of him. Proud of Mr. Heidecker for losing all that chub.
Saudi Arabia?
No, you're headed to the kingdom of cards.
Cards like playing cards?
Yes.
Cards.
The king of hearts has been kidnapped.
Oh my God, it's the
and
king
he
of
must
cards.
be found.
Jet Denneker's the only one that can save him for some fuck all reason. I agree. I know. A Perfect Wizard of Oz and Arthur tribute, lest we forget. It was all about the movies, man. But again, it was all about Decker. But that's the good thing about Decker cards as well. It's I think this film is like the perfect. This is Greg and this is Tim. This is where the priorities lie for the two of them. You know, this shit.
He's been chosen to lead his people on a very important journey that will affect every last man,
Wow, that
woman,
was like
and
some
child
serious
on your home
face acting
planet
going
Earth.
there. You just disassociate for a second.
This is bigger than I thought.
We suspect the American deep state is involved. Be careful who you trust. This goes all the way to the top.
Wow, I'm the only one who can stop this. I can travel through 2 different dimensions.
Exactly. You will be beamed up immediately. It's imperative you find the
Star
king.
Trek.
Failure is not an option.
Good.
Good.
You're preaching to the choir of one. I never fail.
I fucking love that line. I love that line and it just suddenly disappears.
Immediately. It's imperative you
Run
find
it
the king.
back.
Failure is not an option.
Good. You're preaching to the choir of one. I never fail.
You're preaching to the choir of one. I never fail.
God bless JJ Denneker.
Godspeed, JJ.
Freeze!
Don't shoot! Freeze, Kingsland! Oh my god, look! That's definitely a callback to Port Call Hawaii there. Decker, don't shoot!
Never fail.
You know?
God bless JJ Denneker.
Freeze, Kingsland!
Freeze!
Don't shoot!
Who the hell are
Don't
you,
shoot.
assholes?
I'm the Joker from the famous deck of cards.
famous
This
deck
here
of
is
cards.
the 2 of diamonds
Arthur.
and the Queen of Hearts.
I've been sent here from
Where's
another
Mark?
dimension to
Post.
solve a crime. I'm here to locate the King of
Crime.
Hearts. It's valuable for me to solve this crime.
It's valuable to solve this crime. I should have used that as the thumbnail. Damn it.
I've been sent here from another
I keep forgetting. I should have included Tim in
to
the
solve a
thumbnail.
crime.
Always try and have Tim and Greg in the thumbnail, you know?
I'm here to look.
That would have been a good image. Oh well. That's actually a really good point. Think about that den knicker. I guess that's just all the more fun. You know, it's just they're trying desperately to cling on to this Decker IP, so they just called it that. You probably just saw the title because it was originally called, Greg Turkington called it Deck of Cards, and then maybe Tim looked at it and went, wait, Deck of Cards? Deco car? Decker? Decker. Decker movie. Perfect excuse. That's probably what happened, I think.
Okay, the King of Hearts.
King of
It's
Hearts.
it's valuable for me to solve this crime.
Yes.
Well, I already know who did it. I already figured it out. So
Right,
we
thanks,
already
Joker.
know it's the 9 and the 4 of spades. So
I don't know anything about cards. I never had time for games of chance when I knew the
Greg
deck
was
was
so
stacked
insulted.
against me. But there is one man I know from my army days, an old army buddy of mine, who knows more about cards than anyone. I'll go see him
It's a
now.
natural
back on Earth.
conversational tone. Alright, see you later. I never fail.
Leave. I don't want you here.
Leave. Greg. Sorry, Joker. You gotta just chill out a little bit, man. This guy's trying to help. Where are we? Lanús Casino. Mom and pop small business? A casino? That's a fucking mom and pop small business, is it? Something seems off here. Oh my god, it's Lanoy!
John
Back
Jacob
again.
Denneker, my oldest and closest friend.
Oh, my oldest and closest friend, John Jacob Denneker. I fucking love when Lanoy appears, man. It's such a rare treat to see Lanoy these days, you know, but it's always good. I always forget his name. I remember it's Lanoy. That's Lanoy, everybody.
What brings you to my casino?
Yeah,
Lanu, it's been too long.
Lanu, sorry,
That's
it's
on
Lanu now. It's not Lanoy, it's Lanu.
me. I'm on a secret mission. I was killed on a mission that I've been resurrected by the founding fathers to save, to
Founding
solve
fucking
crimes
fathers, man, like the
across many
80s.
dimensions. I have to solve a mystery of the highest order in the kingdom of cards. The kingdom of hearts has been kidnapped.
Kingdom of
And
Hearts.
I need to know everything there is to know about cards right now. Don't let me down, Lanu. Deal me in.
Cards?
Lay down, Lanu.
What are cards?
What are cards?
What are
You're the
cards?
king of cards. You
You're
used
the
to
king
play
of
them
cards,
every
bro.
day when we were in the service together. If anyone knows more about cards is
Lanu.
if anyone knows more about cards than you,
I wish I could help you, Denneker.
What was that sentence?
service together. If anyone knows more about cards is if anyone knows more about cards than you,
If anyone knows more about cards than you. And that's it. Alright.
I wish I could help you, Denneker,
I wish me come on.
but I've
Lanu.
never heard of cards before.
That's crazy.
All I know is my casino is going out of business.
Yeah, but what about, yeah, that's why.
No one is playing
You even know what cards are?
slots
No slots.
or gambling games like roulette
Damn.
or crabs.
Crabs.
Cards could have been the lifeblood of my business.
I thought you didn't know what cards were.
That does not make any sense. I must go to heaven. I must go back to heaven and
Back
talk
to
to
heaven.
someone. I need more intel.
God, man, he's just just teleporting left, right, and centre. Oh my god, Mark Proch! You can tell Mark Proch is much more comfortable being on screen with Tim than he is with Greg. That's saying something. That is saying a lot.
Mr. Denneker, you
Mr.
come
Denneker?
seeking advice.
Is that a German accent? Who is he?
Is it really you, Ben, one of our original
Ben?
founding
Oh, he's Ben
fathers?
But of course.
You're the wisest man in history. You could be the one to help me solve this crime. There must be some connection between the kidnapping.
Did you see Decker the Voyage Home there? Saying Francisco? Sure. Beautiful say.
Of the King of Hearts.
King of Hearts, let's
Hearts
not forget,
and
Joyce visited in
Lamu's
this.
sudden mind wipe.
Mind
When
wipe. Decker mind wipe.
it comes to the subject of cards, of playing cards.
Playing cards.
Ask yourself, who would want cards to disappear more than anyone?
More than anyone? You're an American, for fuck's sake.
Antonio Fanucci from the CDC. He's the chief
CDC?
nanny in the O'Biden nanny state.
Nanny states.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Fanucci wants to control behavior and prohibit free people from making their.
Tell us everything you know about Ben Franklin. Okay. So he was one of the founding fathers of the United States of America. Obviously, he signed the Constitution alongside other fellas like John Hancock and others. He didn't really he wasn't a part of the Revolutionary War. He was out getting bitches. Ben Franklin used to fuck. He went to a lot of lavish parties and stuff like that, and he got bitches pretty effectively. He was kind of an auteur, wasn't he? He was kind of like he did a bit of everything. He was a smart guy. He wasn't was he a politician specifically? I guess technically he was, right? And he did was he the one that did the electricity thing with the kite and the key? Is that even a real thing, or is that just like a tall tale? He didn't discover electricity, but he discovered like electric power for the first time. Was that him? And he is on a dollar bill. What one, I don't know. That's probably the extent of my knowledge, my Franklin lore. But yeah, you can mark me on that. I don't know. It's not a lot. I just know that he did go a lot apart. Yes. Thank fuck. Yeah, no, he's a party kind of fella. I knew that much, and yeah, he fucked like a shit ton somehow, despite all this going on. Yes. Cha-ching. Send that to my Streamlabs tipping page. Thank you very much.
Their own choices in life.
Choices in life. Why
This
is
is
he like
killing small business.
Welsh? Where we go? Oh, it's a flying news television.
The CDC
my God, it's Bobby Valley
is moving swiftly to ban all activities deemed harmful, unsafe, and not politically correct.
Not politically correct. This is Bob. Ladies, it's been a while since we've seen Bobby Valley, everybody. Bobby Valley, he was part of of an Oscar special on Adult Swim years ago, and he introduced it by singing Oscar Fever. He is the brother of Frankie Valli from Four Seasons. You know, that guy that gets on stage now and sings like a robot, and he's not actually singing, so dubbed. This is his brother.
Gambling is a dangerous addiction.
Playing a real
And
character.
the number one offender is playing cards. If
Playing
I could go
cards?
back in time
What
and
a
prevent
shit,
them
man.
from coming to this planet, trust me, I
Planet.
would. We're also looking into banning French fries, hamburgers,
What?
and dangerous activity. Sorry.
Carry on.
We're also looking into banning French fries, hamburgers, and dangerous activities like football and baseball.
Our values are under attack, man. What the fuck?
This is bad news.
This is
but
bad
what
news, man. Our
the hell
values.
does this have to do with the King of Hearts being kidnapped?
Ah, good job.
10,000 years ago, the King of Hearts was said to lead his people on a mission to cross time and space and enter our earthly world in a
Fucking hell,
distant
Ben
past.
Franklin. This is crazy.
Where early cavemen would discover the joy of playing cards.
Playing cards.
So no King of Hearts, no cards on Earth. Fanucci has gone too far. Ben, if you could only see what
Ben.
these little
I like I like the kind of lore going on here, though, that the card kingdom is interconnected in the real world. You know, like their existence as card living sentient cards dictates their existence as a deck of cards on Earth. Fucking hell.
liberals
What does it
liberals
mean?
have
Liberal?
done to our once great country.
Oh, I have been watching.
Have you?
Many of us founding fathers and more
disgusting.
recent
Look at them, there they
American
all are.
heroes have been fretting over the wrong course this country is headed.
Mind your bald cap
This
there.
country
Got itchy
needs
under there.
more patriots like you, Diniker.
Thanks, Ben, and thanks for the kingdom.
Thanks,
thanks
Ben.
for the thanks for the tip.
scroll.
I must return to the kingdom of cards and find that
Kingdom
the
of
king
Cards.
of hearts
High concept,
can,
oh my
so
God.
I can make sure
Like Blade
cavemen
Runner,
get
man.
to discover cards.
One more thing, Dunker. The key
Dunker.
to
One more thing, Dunker.
Of hearts can
Dunker.
so I can make sure
I
cavemen
love
get
Bobby
to
Valley.
discover
Underrated
cards.
character again.
One more thing, Dunker.
One more thing, Dunker.
The key to solving this crime might just be this.
The key, the electric key.
You might be surprised at how
Surprise.
useful it can be.
You might be surprised. Useful it could be. The fucking Mark Brooks, man. What a fucking MVP. I swear to fucking God.
You know how shocked.
They look
How
shocked.
shocked it can be.
How shocked it can be.
Right. Bye, Dedeker. I'm there.
Someone's kidnapped
It's
the
back.
King of
The card
Hearts
kingdom.
to prevent mankind from experiencing cards.
No.
It's all part of
Apart Bobby Maui's plan.
Fanucci's master plan. This
master
stop
plan.
freedom. People must be
Our
able to make their
values are
own
under
choices to
attack.
gamble or bet on card games. If they
Fuck
lose
yeah,
their
man.
shirt on a bad bet, that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Well said. Well said.
Where the hell's the Joker?
Where's the Jonker?
Dedeker, the Joker's loyalty is and always has been to the King of Hearts.
Someone here is in cahoots with Fanucci. Someone doesn't want these cards to make the journey into our universe. One of these cards is a traitor to
One of these
cards.
cards is a traitor?
That's lower than dirt to me.
One of these cards is a traitor to cards. That's lower than dirt.
Joker's on the run. That
Joker's
makes him
on the
prime
run.
suspect number one.
No, not the
We should head to the
Joker.
Joker's lair. He may be hiding there.
Let's head there at once.
Not the Joker. I can't believe that for a fucking second. It's the Joker, goddammit. Are you telling me the Joker struck again? Dunker, the newest agent in the CIA. He doesn't work with the CIA because of all the bad shit that happened after the last presidency. Remember Leroy told us that? We call him Leroy. Ah, Dunker. One more thing, Dunker. Oh, man. The Joker's lair.
I've done just as you asked, Doctor.
Very well, Joe.
Oh my god, he's back. I can't believe the Jonker's in cahoots with Bobby Valley.
Joker. Our plan is almost complete. Make sure you neutralize the Necker. Our area has the ability
But we've had Decker, Dunker, and Denecker so far.
to travel between heaven, earth, and other worlds.
Don't worry.
Other worlds.
He's heading right into my trap.
Oh, the Joker. Oh my god, Greg Turkington's laughing evilly. Whoa. He laughs like me. That's exactly how I laugh. That's exactly how I laugh. That was great acting. Oh yeah. On the road. Obviously, Dedeker gets to be the big chick.
What is life like on Earth?
It is not that different than this kingdom of cards. We
Oh,
breathe
really?
the same air, drink from the same cups.
You drink from the
But
same cups? There's
one thing
cards?
missing is from this kingdom is cars.
Yeah, man.
Cars.
Yes,
yeah.
fast cars,
Fast
red
cars and-
cars. Modes of transportation, the likes of which you've never seen, go 0 to 60 in under 6 seconds.
There is, yeah.
Convertibles
there is.
and race cars and NASCARs. There's nothing like the
Classic
feeling of
Dedeker
riding down fast the
Oh, the
highway,
Queen of Hearts
riding
is there, but
fast
don't
down
you-
the highway with the top
Dedeker's like-
down. Beautiful woman
Oh, for
by her,
fuck's sake.
by my side, by his side.
By his
Her
side,
hair
you know,
blowing
yours
in the
has-
wind.
Yeah.
Show of fantasy, a convertible.
Honestly, if the convertible never here. Oh, Chris takes me back to some good old fashioned Dedeker nonsense, man. Hollywood, California. Yeah. Denecker. Dunker. There's the classic. I can't believe it. It's crazy. Where's he going? Where is Denecker? I'm so glad that Tim managed to fit in the obligatory car driving around streets sequence. That's iconic. Completely different car, what's that? What's going on here? that from? Yeah, it is a nice callback to that, I think, really. Actually, I think Deca Cards has a lot of cool little Decker callbacks. I think this must have been like the first bit of Decker media in a while. I guess that's kind of the idea behind Deck of Cards. It's like, oh, it's going to be a Greg Turkington thing. Psych! Decker. You thought we didn't have Decker anymore? No, we'd have Decker. That must have been pretty crazy back in the day. But yeah, it's a nice callback to that. I need to fucking go to the toilet again! My fucking bladder is fucking hampered with, man. So sorry about this. But, you know, it's better than pissing myself on stream. I'd rather not do that. Unless... No, we're not going to do that. Right, here be again, folks. Sorry about this. But, you know, it must be done. It simply must be done. Otherwise, disasters in the fucking stages. Here be. Don't fucking go anywhere. Really, I think I've just had many liquids today, you know. I had I had water, came home, had a nice bowl of cherry coke, my dinner, and now I'm drinking an Iron Brew Extra, so I've had too many liquids and now I'm paying the price for it. Jurassic with the king here. Oh yeah, good point. Damn, yeah, we can't even have President Jason Davidson here because that would be, you can't have two different actors playing different people. That's nuts. What is this fucking Doctor Strangelove? What is this, Peter Sellers or something? Mein Führer, I Can Walk. Great film, by the way. Starring Peter Sellers from The Pink Panther. Okay. Let's do it again, shall we? Okay. Here we go. You're not missing much, really, are we? Frankly. Oh shit, he's in the car. God dang it. What is he doing? What is he flexing his ass? Ben Franklin visited Scotland in 1750. Damn. James what? St. Andrews? No fucking shit. That's crazy. See, yeah, this is all going on throughout the Revolutionary War. Ben Franklin just fucked off. He didn't give a flying shit about it. He just signed the Constitution and was done with it. That's very cool, though. I did not know that he went to Scotland. Honorary Doctorate of Laws from St. Andrews, man. That's so impressive. That's a university that obviously is still extant to this day. Never went to that one. I went to the University of the West of Scotland instead. Well, that's fascinating. It's very cool. Oh, was it 1776 to 83? Yeah. So, just a little bit, a fair bit before and quite a bit after, or quite a bit before and a little bit before. I see. Thanks for the education, man. It's quite interesting. I need to brush up on my Revolutionary War. Is actually a bit of a blind spot for me. I'm more of a Civil War guy than a Revolutionary War. Obviously, you Yanks get taught the fuck out of that, I imagine, because that's obviously a big deal. That's the birth of freedom, god damn it. That's the birth of the fucking land of the free and the home of the babes. Fucking Christ. The Revolutionary War. So yeah, bit of a blind spot for me, that one. More aware of the Manifest Destiny fucking traveling to the West. Oh, that was after the Revolutionary War, wasn't it? You know what I mean? That whole thing is stuff that I'm more aware of, but I'll need to brush up on Revolutionary War lore because it's interesting, you know? Love American history. Oh, Ecker. Sorry, Ecker. Of course! That's fine, I love that. I love the fucking US story. What's your favourite period of American history, Anthony Kamenya, if you don't mind me asking? I'd love to know.
It sounds so romantic.
Well, that went on for so long, it's night time now. I think my favourite periods were like Vietnam history, like counterculture 60s, big period. It's quite cool.
I wish I wasn't a card so I could join you on one of your sunset rides.
Too bad you're a card.
Who knows? Maybe one day your dream will come true.
Yeah, like Disney. The Disney music playing. The Joker's lair. Joker struck again. Oh, those jonglers. Who the fuck is that? Who is that? Is that Wendy Kirby's brother?
Damn, this place is crawling with jokers. Joke's on them. I didn't come to play nice.
Whoa, wait, stop. Do that again. Whoa.
Damn, this place is crawling with jokers. Joke's on them. I didn't come to play nice.
Damn, this place is crawling with jokers. Jokes on them. I didn't come to play nice. 19th century intellectual and political history, and I have fields in Atlantic history and slavery and abolition. That's cool. I learned a lot about slavery and abolition in high school. It was my advanced higher. Don't know what advanced higher would be. Advanced higher in the UK in high school was like first year university equivalent, basically. Yeah, we learned about the Civil War and the history of behind, you know, abolition and all this kind of stuff. It's all very much forgotten to me now, sadly. The Louisiana Purchase. The Louisiana Purchase. I remember that. Who instigated it? No idea. That guy that ran against Abraham Lincoln, I think. Can't remember his name. Frederick Douglass with 2 S's. I did a dissertation on how much did the advancement of technology affect the outcome of the war, and my answer was kind of, but not really. Because I believe this is one of the first wars where, like, well, not naval warfare was obviously a big thing, but like more modern. It's not the first modern war. Is the thing. The first World War is the first modern war, but it's the Civil War was like the instigation of modern warfare. Like there were still people charging each other with swords and stuff. We obviously had like not repeating rifles. They had repeating rifles, but it was only like cavalrymen had them, and they were very expensive. It was muskets and mini balls and that, and smooth bore rifling and all this kind of stuff before proper rifling was invented, and mini balls would just fucking fly loblolly, and bullets and guns weren't the thing that killed soldiers during the Civil War. It was the disease and gangrenous wounds that they received. First submarine, yes, exactly. It didn't do anything. So not really, exactly. The first submarine was used during that war. Very true. I remember that. But it didn't affect anything at all because it was too early. And it's too early for that shit. It was just, you know, trying stuff out, I guess. Kind of the same way how the First World War used tanks, and the tanks didn't particularly affect too much because they weren't that great. But yeah, that kind of stuff. Very fascinating stuff. I love that. Yeah, I remember I was very interested. I love like technology and war and how it affects it, and the Civil War is quite an interesting example of that because there's elements of modern warfare there, but not quite, because obviously it was mostly just fucking, I don't know what kind of swords they used again. It was like kind of thin blades, you know, and all that kind of shit. And like I say, the bullets didn't kill the soldiers. It was the grievous bodily wounds that would take their lives after the fact, because you know, mini balls are balls and not bullets, so they wouldn't penetrate the body. They would just explode on you like a miniature cannonball. Drug is into capitalism. Well, hey, listen. I'm not the #1 fan of capitalism either, but, you know, it works better than communism does, and it works like a boat that's on, it's like a fucking freight train that's on fire, and the tracks are coming off at the seams as you're going, but hey, the train's still moving. The train's still going, so that's my view on capitalism, really. It's a system that works, that is falling apart at the seams constantly, but it works. And, you know, it's better than deifying a politician. Although people do that on their own accord, you know what I mean? Not like Putin or, you know, any of these commie bastards that we see, Kim Jong-un, or like Kim Jong-un, who's not a communist, but he's, well, they're worker, they're supposed to be communist, but they're not really. You know what I mean? These political systems that start off like it's for the people, and then it turns out it's just not really at all. It's just the government seizing control of all things. I prefer a more laissez-faire approach from the government, is my thing. I'm more of a third way guy, I think. I don't know what that third way is, but it's not either the ones that we already have that either don't work at all or work but just fucking barely. All right, that's my 2 cents. Anyway, let's watch Deck of Cards.
That joker folded. Time to cut the deck.
Cut the deck. Time to cut the cards.
That's all of them. Let's roll.
Good job, man. Oh, the jokers are dead. Yeah. That's what I love about these streams, you know. I love all the different conversations that we have. You know, it's fascinating to me. Love the First World War. Always makes you really sad, actually, the First World War. We do this thing. No, I don't think... The Americans were obviously involved in the First World War, but not as extensively as they were in the Second. Like, the Americans obviously very, very helped deeply. Were very vital, obviously, because they pulled up to the war after the Russians dropped out after their Bolshevik Revolution. But they were obviously much more vital in the Second World War, which is why they, you know, claim themselves the winners of that whole thing. But the First World War is very important over here in terms of like remembrance and that. Like we have poppies and all that in November, and we have like a minute's silence and that. And it's very sad, man. Just think it's such a terrible, terrible. The circumstances of which, yeah, D-Day was just a few days ago, man. Fuck me, it's just so nuts. Yeah, it's just it makes me quite sad to think the circumstances in which the people going to fight the war, how they pictured the war going. Because here in the UK, when people enlisted to fight, they thought it was going to be like a laugh, a bit of banter, you know, where we're just going to, all the lads, hey, lads, just pulling up and having a bit of fun, shooting some fritzies and some go home for Christmas in time for dinner. And it turned out to be a total fucking nightmare world of disease and trench warfare and nothing happening and pot shots and no man's land and no fucking static warfare. Awful. It's so sad to think about all those young dudes. Oh man. Fucking, it's just so horrible, so sad, man. My heart goes out to those dudes who fought in the early days of that war thinking it was going to be a good old jolly time when it fucking wasn't. It really wasn't. Deck of cards.
Drop it, Daneker.
Oh my god, what's this?
Who the hell are you?
Who the hell are you?
I'm the Jack of Cards.
Oh my god, it's Jack Decker of Cards.
This is my case. I have everything
That's
under
crazy.
control. Bullshit. You mean to tell me your idea of control is to have the Joker on the loose, prohibiting the King's plan to send all these cards to act to Earth? We don't. It doesn't concern you. We don't need this outside intervention.
Crazy,
we can
man.
easily take care of this on our own. Why don't you just get out of here?
Why don't you just get out of here?
I was sent here. Because I was sent here to complete a mission. When it comes to finishing the job, I don't fold. Then we have to work together as partners. I'm the only one who can gain access to the Joker's lair. Very well, Jack. You are a good man.
You are a good man,
I doubted
JJ
you, but
Daneker.
you laid your cards on the table, and now I know I can trust you. Then
Wow, that didn't take a lot of convincing at all, but he laid his cards on the table, so fair enough, it makes sense.
we must work together as
I get it.
partners A pair of jacks beats the Joker any day. Any day. Fine, but I'm running point. You follow my lead. Can do. I've got your back, Jack.
I got your back,
run.
Jack. Yeah. Two deckers. He's gonna fucking pass out any minute.
Joker.
Oh my god, the Joker struck again.
Deniker! Why'd you do it, Joker? Why'd you kill the king? Why'd you lay waste to this kingdom's destiny?
I forgot that Joe Estevez, Joe Estevez refused to be part of this after the stuff he filmed with Greg, so he's not here. I mean, that can't be Joe Estevez under there, right?
To simply provide entertainment.
It's gotta be Mark Proksch.
Joy to many people on Earth.
Yeah, Joker, explain it.
I knew what the king planned to do.
Did
to
you?
send us all through time and space into your dimension.
Damn.
And I knew that all these cards would get to provide
Wow, no green screen on the hat there, that's crazy.
thousands of years worth of entertainment and joy for your people.
Yeah.
All the cards but one.
Who?
The Joker.
The Joker. God damn, this lore.
The Joker
It's
is
the
first
Joker.
to be discarded.
Who's the
He
Joker
serves
again?
no function in your world.
Oh.
But here,
That's actually great motivation, actually. Like, unironically, obviously the Joker wouldn't want this to happen because he doesn't fucking do anything in the deck. He has no real purpose, but here in the kingdom he does, and he has to stop it.
I bring
And he's looking at the camera again.
laughter and joy. Not to mention insight and expertise in all things and movies.
Save me your
All things, but yeah, cut him off.
pity. I don't care what world I'm in. You assassinated your king.
That's
and now
crazy.
time for you to die, Joker.
No time.
Now the Joker's on
What is she doing standing like that? Now the Joker's on you.
you. Now the Joker's finally on you.
He did it. Oh! Wow! Drama! It's Friday the 13th music playing here. You killed Greg? Oh, bye, Greg. Is it Joe under there? It's not fucking Joe under there.
He's gone. Who will lead our cards to the promised land?
Shit, man.
This may be the key.
Ah!
But
Key.
how?
This is a gift from an old friend named Ben who
Ben the friend.
gave this to me in heaven, and now I know that it is the key, but I do not understand how. I have to travel back to heaven and find out. Ask
Yeah, okay.
Einstein.
Go on, you go. Ask Einstein.
Einstein, just
Man, this is Mark's cavalcade of characters right now.
the math, just the man I needed to see.
See?
Deniker,
Den Dunker!
you are searching for clues to find the temporal portal which will send your friends into the early dimension.
Was any of that the early dimension? Huh?
Deniker.
Deniker. That's
Bingo.
your name. Bingo.
According to
Oh, Deniker Bingo. He just read his name off the script.
my calculations,
Oh my
in just a
God.
few short hours,
Wow.
there will be a portal forming
Einstein.
just a few miles south of the kingdom. Unfortunately, you will need to spark some sort of electrical charge for the portal to be accessed.
Ah, the key, Franklin's key.
Oh, the key, Franklin's key.
That must be the
That's
key.
what it's for. That's the key. That must be the key.
Brilliant, brilliant.
That's
There
the key.
should be lightning.
Put it. Get the fuck out of the way. From Oppenheimer, starring. Oh, the classic popcorn classic.
arriving just in time for you to spark the key and open the portal.
Okay.
Thanks, Al. I knew you'd come
Big
through.
up,
Your big
Einstein.
brain got us through this jam here.
Meg Ryan.
Remember, Deniker, I may be the scientist, but I am also a man.
You are,
Science is not the answer, but man's own intuition and his pursuit of freedom.
Wow.
That's
well
the
said.
secret to wisdom. Don't trust science, trust your own wisdom.
I mean, he's not far wrong. Science is a liar sometimes, as we all know.
That is the real science.
It's the real science. Mark's like, Where's my direction, man?
Jack, gather all the cards and have them head to the southern tip of the kingdom, near the caves. We're sending you home. It's time to send these cards home. I'm on it. Time to round up all 52 and head to the caves, Dr. Jocker. Dr. Deniker.
I didn't even know the name of his own fucking character. Look at these cards, oh my god. Look at these fucking PS1 polygonal fucking card characters.
Okay, Deniker, we've got them.
All 52 of them are here. Damn, if God does not throw dice, he must play lots of cards. A fucking kick-ass quote. Holy shit, man.
All assembled. Now what?
We wait for the light. We wait for lightning.
But, Deniker, if you hold that key and spark the charge, you'll die.
It's worth it. Besides, it won't be the first time.
No way.
Use me. Use me as a kite. Tie me to a string and send me to sky.
Oh, that's the bit. Use me as a kite. Tie me to a string.
And
I love
spark
this
the
bit.
charge, you'll
Incredible
die.
quote.
It's worth it. Besides, it won't be the first time. Use me. Use me as a kite. Tie me to a string and send me sky high, and then lightning will strike. That. The key will be on a string, as Ben Franklin did.
As Ben Franklin
Thanks, Jack.
did.
You'll be a hero in the kingdom of cards, the likes of which we have never seen. Let's get you airborne.
Fuck yeah, let's
I'll
get
be
eyes in the sky. Eyes in the sky. Let's go. I fucking love that. Eyes in the sky.
Thanks, Jack. You'll be a hero in the kingdom of cards, the likes of which we have never seen. Let's get you airborne. I'll be eyes in the sky. I'll be eyes in the sky. This Jack's back.
Yeah, Jack's back. Eyes in the sky, motherfucker. Yeah.
Get me up high so the lightning may strike. It's our only chance.
It's our only chance. Is that Manuel? That's Manuel.
Here comes the wind. Up.
That has to be Manuel. That is the hair of Manuel Juicy Drops if I ever did see it. He fucking said it. He said, eye in the sky. I told you, it's just like all these little Decker references, man. It's actually quite cute. Eye in the sky, man.
Here comes the wind.
Here comes the wind.
Up and away.
Up and away. He's just wearing a fucking pair of Adidas shoes.
This kite's taking flight, ready to fight for cards.
Oh.
That's the bravest card I've ever met.
That's the bravest card ever, bro. Yeah, and it just like recycle stuff they fucking said already. Hold on to the jacket card clubs.
Too much wind!
Too much wind!
Can't hold her! Hang tight, Jack!
Oh my god, man.
I'm not high enough, we'll never make it!
No!
You gotta make the connection, Jack! Give me more slack, Jack!
Give more slack,
Let the wind do the work!
Fuck
Franklin, you son of a bitch, you better be right.
Better be right.
It's been an honor and privilege to serve you.
You too,
Can't hang on! Too much wind!
Too much wind! So much wind.
Oh, you
my god. Oh my god, they're in the same room together. This is Mark's cavalcade of characters after all.
Yeah, this is going to work.
If anyone can pull this off, it is J.J. Deniker.
I sure hope you're right, Dr. Einstein.
Einstein?
Einstein, you son of a bitch, this better work. If it doesn't work, I'm sending you right to hell.
Oh, damn. Hold on.
Lightning strike in 3, 2. It's time to send these cards home. Hit me. Fuck you, Joker.
Fuck you, Joker. That was fuck you, Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah, give
You
it up.
did it. It worked.
Oh my god,
It
he did
opened
it.
the portal. You saved
You're a
the
fucking
you
hero,
saved
Jack of
cards
Clubs.
for all time. Mankind will
man.
now have cards.
Mankind will have cards. Shake hands, you two. My cards.
I dedicate this portal to Jack of Cards, who gave his life,
Jack of Cards
his
clubs.
whole life to the pursuit of cards entering our world.
He became the eye in the sky.
He wouldn't have done it without
to
my
save
help.
us. He wouldn't have done it without Deniker, but obviously, Lest we forget.
Jack of Cards is one of the bravest cards I've ever known.
Is it? Fucking heroic. Music swelling. Am I connected to the chat? Yes, Mo. Is angry at Twitter hasn't deleted yet? Yes, you are. Don't fret, buddy. You are here with us. Who said that? It's the ghost of the chat's past. That's fucking stupid. It's one of those horror films where the fucking ghost hacks Skype. Alright, everyone, hands up. Who's doing this? Who's doing this? Fucking shut up.
Deniker, I'm scared. I don't want to go.
I don't want you to go either. You're too beautiful to just be any old card shoved into a random deck, thrown on the felt, and stuffed into a little boy's bicycle wheel.
Bicycle wheel.
Destiny.
It's cute.
Trust me, your destiny is for us to be in love and for you to be my queen. Trust me, that's the only thing that's made sense to me today. I just hope the hell this works. If my friend Lanu doesn't get cards, his casino's going belly up.
Belly up. Belly up. Leroy. We call him Leroy. In his little bodega. Whoa, cards. It just appeared. Cards are back, baby.
Lanu. This is Ray Leroy. I got something here you might be interested in.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah, it's a game changer, all right.
Yeah, it's a game changer, buddy.
Hey, safe travels, cards.
But what about me?
Hang on, you're about to go. You're strapped in for the ride of your life.
Okay. 23 Lanu will probably get best supporting. I agree. I think everyone, every Oscar category is clean sweep, just like The Hobbit was all those years ago. Every category. It was beautiful, man. Incredible. Look at all these characters. Oh my god.
Jack,
Lanu.
you did it. You brought cards back and saved my establishment.
Aww.
Business is booming.
And not a moment too soon. Now mom and pop casinos like yours can thrive without the oppressive nanny state led by old Brandon and his cabal of crooks.
3 years in a fucking row, man. This is the next Hobbit.
Led by Antonio Fanucci. Antonio Fanucci.
Fanucci.
And further,
Fanucci, is he gone? Is he out of here to be defeat the big bad?
I hereby tender my resignation, effective immediately.
Yes.
In order to focus on defending myself from federal corruption, treason charges that have resulted from the scandal.
Turns out
he's so chill about it. They've resulted from this scandal. It ain't good.
That quack. Turns out that doc's a flop.
Okay.
Hey, who's the lucky lady?
This is the Queen of Hearts, and now she's stolen my heart. We're in love.
Wow. Fuck yeah, man. That's the power of Lanu. He probably ended up in the same place as Deniker did. Who am I? You are Lanu. They ended on cinema with Tim actually casting Tom Cruise for this part and make an actual theatrical release, a deck of cards, and Tim and Greg become millionaire movie producers. That would be an incredible ending. I think the only way that on cinema ends is if one of them fucking dies. I'm not even kidding. One of them has to die to complete this circle. I don't know who it's going to be. Probably Tim. I think Tim would have to die at the end of On Cinema. I think that's the only conclusion we can come out of this. And then Greg will take over everything, but it's just going to be, you know, the usual Greg Turkington fare of just like poorly edited VFA production stuff, you know. And then he'll just keep doing that until it stops making money, I guess. And that would be the end of On Cinema.
She was a card.
Nice man. JJ's gotta get laid.
Yeah, JJ's fucking that bird.
Can I deal you in?
I think I've had enough cards for one day.
There, man.
Well, how about roulette?
JJ's
now
fucking a woman.
I bet $100,000 on black.
Black, just like Decker. Sorry, Deniker. You got it.
Whoa, JJ Deniker bet it all on and won.
Always bet on black, Jack.
3 cheers for Jack.
Yeah,
JJ
Jack.
Deniker.
JJ Deniker, everybody.
I'd love to stay and party, but it's poker night in heaven, and I got a table waiting for me with Einstein and Jimi Hendrix and Rush Limbaugh.
That's a cool little table. There we go. Yeah, fuck yeah, man. This is a vibe. Jimi Hendrix. There he is. It's this fucking guy. That's just Mark. That's just Mark Brooks. Oh God. Yeah, oh God, please. That's just the last thing that happens.
Well, Denneker, what's it going to
man.
be?
Sorry, Al. I'm all in.
I'm all in. It's all in.
I have a new theory. I think we are going to lose our shirts again to everything to Denneker.
Royal flush.
Royal flush.
Great job, Denneker. You saved the world from a. You saved us from a world without cards. I can't thank you enough. You deserve this.
Thanks, Rush. What an honor it is to be honored by you, Rush Limbaugh, the voice of a generation.
Rush Limbaugh? Right, I think Denneker's going to explain this to me, I think.
You taught us patriots how to stand up for our right, for what is right.
Did they? Did he? Who the fuck is he? He looks
all
huge.
All the patriots and all the small business owners owe you a debt of gratitude, Denneker. And oh, by the way,
I thought Jimi Hendrix loved small business.
Hey, when you gonna invite me to one of your legendary jam sessions?
I thought you never asked.
No. Oh no. Rush Limbaugh. I don't even know who the fuck that is. Rush Limbaugh. Who is that? I recognize this song. Everybody. Oh, thank God we're not gonna get a fucking intro it here. We're just playing Empty Bottle Values Under Attack Edition starring LaRue. We call him LaRue. Right-wing audio host, radio host, sorry. I fucking see. Interesting. So he's like, was he like the original Alex Jones or something? You know? Sounds like it, but not quite as crazy. Wow, he is the original Alex Jones then. Not quite as quacky, but the same thing. That is fucking mental. Obviously, Rush Limbaugh had to be here.
Our country's like an empty cup, waiting for the people to rise on up. Locking low while the bombs explode. Deep state coming for you down the road. Wave your flag, red, white, and blue. Use your mind like Roy LaRue. Build the wall, just stand tall. Better not kneel before you throw the ball.
Yeah, definitely much. Yeah. He's like far right. Yeah, and Rush is more like just sane right wing as opposed to like fucking supplements and denying school shooters. Far right, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Stole our country in one fell swoop. Don't listen to the MSM. Look around, who's funding them? When we go one, we go all. The government is due for an overhaul. Roy LaRue, just answer Q. What you gonna do when it comes for you?
Cards. Fucking deck of cards, everybody. Yes, we watched it. What's this? The Joker strikes again? The ghost of the Joker? Oh, he's floating like a card to the ground. You see? Smart. What does this mean? What's he plotting?
Somehow I don't think we've seen the last of the Joker.
Somehow I don't think we've seen the last of the Joker from our cinema. Oh, where's the Joker going? Oh my God! It's the tower. Denneker. Oh, please be continued, man. I sincerely hope that's true at some point. Oh, brother. Excellent. Deck of cards, everybody. Round of applause, please, for the best piece of on-cinema media ever created. Patrick Bet David. No, I'm not familiar with that guy. Maybe I am, actually, and I just don't know the name. Wait, someone's trying to contact me. My friend is trying to phone me video call style. It's not gonna happen though. Deck of cards is the ace of cards, hence deck of cards. We got a full. We're one card short of a full deck. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, that was the best piece of on-cinema media that we've ever fucking seen. Oh my god, Onion Taker, there he is. Ah! It's the fucking bozo who tried to phone me earlier. Onion Taker? The fuck is that about? What kind of name is that? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to watch the final piece, the final offering here of the Deck of Cards universe, and it's the inevitable fallout that happened as a result of this piece of media, and it's called Deck of Cards, colon, what went wrong. And this is going to be a round table discussion between Greg Turkington and Tim Heidecker as to what happened with Deck of Cards, why did it go wrong, what happened, who's at fault, who did it, and who's to blame, with Joe Estevez as mediator after dropping out of the film, you know. So yeah, let's dive in, have a look. Craig. Release the Turkington cut. Yeah, I want to see the Turkington cut. Yeah, let's just find out what we're going to talk about. Why did this go wrong? We're about to find out. We're about to find out why it went wrong. There's a lot of reasons. He's got a couple of reasons, and he's got a couple of reasons, and Joe's going to try and keep order here with this jug of water. Let's find out what went wrong. What went wrong? 12th of October 2022, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just get into the discussion here. It's very important. It is a 26-minute long roundtable fucking discussion about this film. Fucking hell. Boy.
Hi everybody, my name is Tim Heidecker, and welcome to this very special presentation from the High Network, Deck of Cards, What Went Wrong.
What went wrong?
I want to thank the...
Greg! He's thinking it should have been called What Went Right. What went right with Deck of Cards?
Amato Group for allowing us to use the Amato Banquet Hall here.
Oh, the Amato Banquet Hall, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, this is a big set. This is going to be the future setting of the next season of On Cinema at the Cinema.
For this, what I hope to be productive and constructive conversation.
That's the only kind of conversations these two
I think
have.
it's going to be honest, but we want to get to the bottom of the issues that happened with the TV show Deck of Cards that premiered earlier this year on the High Network.
It's actually a movie.
And,
it's actually a movie. Yeah, let's forget. Let's not
all right, let me welcome our moderator, Joe Estevez here.
Joe is the
I'm happy to host.
as usual.
Glad to be here.
Moderate. Just going to be it's moderate.
Moderate. Sure. Moderate. Yeah. And two of my favorite people here in the world, and it's glad to share some water and some ideas with you guys.
In here, man. You
kind of clear the air, huh? Yeah. Clear the air.
You know, ironically,
I love when Joe just goes. He always does that to the camera in this.
We decided to call this experience. Deck of Cards, What Went Wrong. The title should be Deck of Cards, What Went Right.
Oh,
because a lot of things did go right.
What went wrong was him agreeing to
we're not getting into the thing. I'm setting up the conversation, and I haven't even introduced you yet. So mind your tongue. Hold your tongue. You're going to have an opportunity to speak your piece. But I'm queuing this up so that people at home understand why we're here and why we're doing this. Because there's been a lot of bad blood and a lot of negativity getting thrown around over the Deck of Cards TV show.
Not about my scenes.
No, well, you've not been asked to speak yet. I want to welcome.
and you know,
I've not turned it over to you to official hosting. This is the opening, my opening statement.
Okay.
So, stay in your lane on this.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane.
And when we begin to discuss the specifics, you'll be prompted.
This is the first season, I think, where this is the first beginning of Skinny Tim in this, apart from outside of Deck or Denick or whatever Deck of Cards.
To begin that conversation.
Okay, but you know, with a kind of host slash referee,
I would consider you a moderator.
Moderator.
The idea that you are the host doesn't make any sense.
But after you took over Deck of Cards, why would someone expect you wouldn't take over Deck of Cards? What went wrong?
We're going to get to all that and more. Join us now for the next half hour as we discuss Deck of Cards, what
you didn't
went
say
wrong.
This was half an hour.
It's fucking half an hour. Share box scene. What? What's my thumbnail? Danica in a car? Archie shakes, yeah. That all makes sense. Yeah, the lift beam is beginning to achieve its full prime physical form.
How do you want to begin, Joe? How do you want to get this conversation started so it doesn't turn into a yelling back and forth?
Yeah.
You understand you have to control the narrative.
I'm surprised you showed up, Joe, since you didn't show up for the filming of Deck of Cards.
Whoa,
we're not.
That's a pretty. That's a pretty interesting way to start the day here.
You know why he didn't show up to the Deck of Cards?
Well,
Because
you know
what, Joe? We got our own.
I can speak for myself.
Me, Joe. You and I have our own shit that we got to get through, and we have got a lot of that shit. But I'm putting that shit on hold.
Okay, all right.
Because the one thing I know about you, I said you're the great Joe Estevez. I'm not bullshitting you because you're a great actor. That's the lane you should stay in. Okay, you don't have a head for business.
From Space Jam. Yeah.
And that's my mistake for
Movies.
putting that on your shoulders.
Well.
And you nearly ruined me.
But
But
that's
that's
money here.
a conversation we're going to have at another point. But the reason he didn't show up for the Deck of Cards is because he knew what it was. And he knew that it was not going to work. And that it was not a part that he should have anything to do with. And it wasn't a production that he should have anything to do with.
Just let me say, I mean, you gentlemen, you have been friends for years and years, and you certainly had your disagreements. But I think you agree on a lot of things too. So maybe we can find where we agree first, and kind of travel lightly on the things you don't agree.
Well, let's get to the facts.
Yeah,
The facts are this. Last year, Greg Turkington announced that he was going to be making a Deck of Cards movie.
He did.
Featuring the Joker.
The Joker.
From the Deck of Cards, not the Batman Joker.
No.
From what we understand, Greg Turkington wrote a script and shot a test scene with you playing the King of Hearts.
The test scene.
Further work went into the script.
Oh, that's why. That's why he wasn't fucking in full get-up. He just used the test footage. That's great.
Several months passed. Greg wrote what I saw, the last draft that I saw was something around 25-page script.
It was 30 pages. It was 30 pages.
Yeah, as if 30 pages is even still a big number for a script.
Extremely, doesn't matter how many pages. From what I could tell, was
the script
a
from Wendy Kirby's Valentine's Day special.
30-point font, so it's large font.
A big font.
If you had done it at 12-point font, you'd probably be looking at excuse me.
Sorry.
You'd be looking at a 5 or 6 page script.
You talk about Tim.
It was not formatted as a script should be formatted. If you've looked at any script,
I know a script. I use
in the past, you would.
It's a website. I use Celtex. I know how you make scripts in Celtex. I know what a script's supposed to look like.
Have seen dialogue broken out in certain ways. This was just narrative prose.
Prose.
There was an agreement when I purchased the VFA that.
Oh yeah, Tim bought the VFA after a bet that Greg lost.
That held me to funding
ago.
or producing or releasing one.
Which you violated.
One VFA production per year.
2 minutes per page of dialogue. Yeah, I think that's right. Pretty much, if I remember right. Google Docs is good, but it's also good. It means you don't have to format it yourself. You can just throw out the script. Celtex does all that for you. I use Google Docs for the scripts that I write for Perspective. Because I don't write it like a script, I just write it like prose, as Tim said. But yeah, if I was right, pretty much 2 minutes per page of dialogue is correct. Every page, Every page equals like a minute, basically. It's kind of how it's judged, a page a minute. Yeah.
When I received the rushes, the people call them rushes, the dailies.
Yeah, rushes, the dailies, we know
We
that
could
is, yep.
see, and this was my concern when I saw the script, was that there was not enough footage to constitute a movie or a TV show
Because
or
we weren't
anything
finished.
else.
You can't walk
On the Klman channel, I need to plug the content.
into a movie production
immediately,
when
I'm,
we're
I'm
still
just laying out the facts.
and say it's not
This is not your
finished.
opportunity to contradict my facts, and it's
Tim,
not,
here we go.
this is not the opportunity for us to argue about the opinions on what we should or shouldn't have done. I'm laying out the facts.
Tim, you know, we got to.
Joe, I'm not done laying out the facts. When I'm done,
facts,
I'll turn it to you, and you can ask the first question.
You're never going to be done.
We had an emergency meeting at the High Network. Myself, Giamotto, and others.
Giamotto, everybody, lest we forget.
Sat around and said, our ass is on the line. We have agreed to release whatever this is, what you call a movie, a TV show, whatever.
Yeah, Klman content, baby. Oh, we gotta fucking do that, man. I'm hoping. With 500 subs by the end of the year would make my heart sing. You can start doing shit like super chats and memberships and shit to the channel. It'd be fucking rad, man. Love that dearly. I'm wondering what we should do for the channel memberships. I'm thinking like the tiers are based on like different content, like things we've covered on Creative Perspective maybe. So maybe there was like an on cinema tier and a zombies tier, an angry video game there tier, and any other content that we do, any other subjects that we do on Creative Perspective, that kind of thing. Something like that.
We are on the line to put this out this year.
Guess what I need to do now? Guess where I'm gonna go? It's happening again. I'm even gonna elaborate on that. You already know what's going to fucking happen here. Oh my god. Part-time today. I called into Office Hours Live. Yeah, that's a good point. I never watched it. Maybe I should try that. See what they're saying to it. You know, that'd be funny. Yeah, I flushed my fucking cardigan there also. Yeah, flushing gives me control. It's a thing. It's a thing. Yeah, okay, here we go. Apologies. Sorry about that. Can't help myself. I am who I am. And a man's got a piss. Anyway, what went wrong?
And we have nothing.
We never needed you to do it. I had my own financing from Pop Secret,
let him talk,
and nobody needed you to be involved. The thing was going.
I forgot about the funding from Pop Secret. He got money from them after he lied and said he went to the fucking Ghostbusters premiere. That's where the money came from. I forgot.
Great until you got involved, and that's when you aborted what we had been working on. We were still in the middle of filming this thing, and you came in and took it over. And Giamotto has nothing to do with any of this. I don't know why.
If I'm not going to be allowed to lay out the timeline of this thing in chronological order, and we're going to start getting into bickering, this is what you're here
Tim,
for,
I
Joe,
think in all due
then
respect,
I'm going to walk.
That's why he was there.
Fuck off. And we are not going to have this conversation because I have nothing to apologize for.
Well, let's just let.
And nothing went wrong.
Nothing went wrong. Everything
Let's
went
just let Greg, present his side of the story, and then we'll
let me finish. The fact is,
Joe's not here to mediate at all. He's just here to mediate.
You didn't have a middle. You didn't have an end, and you were going to put something that would have gone 6 or 7 minutes,
we had an end,
and half of which featured unlicensed MGM material, and it featured music that we had no rights to, and it featured a dance sequence that nobody wanted to watch.
Well, now, you know, as they say, there's always two sides to every story. So, Craig, why don't you present your side and what you feel went right and what you feel maybe didn't go quite so right.
The jitterbug scene went right, and that's actually...
Former fired director.
If you read the
Joe's just here, man, drink water.
Reviews of Deck of Cards, and there's lots of them, they don't mention J.J. Denneker. They talk about the jitterbug scene and what a treat that was for Ozheads and for movie buffs. That's the scene that people like. Now, we actually had quite a few more scenes in that vein, but at the point you stepped in, we still had money to shoot for a couple more days. And we were doing great work. And as to your point about we didn't have an end, we actually had the end. In the end, I identified who kidnapped the King of Hearts.
That was the
which
end?
was the 4 and the 9 of spades. That was the climactic end to the whole movie.
That was the
only
end?
part that we needed to
So the end of the movie was just that we found out who kidnapped him, and that would be it.
shoot still was the middle. We had a few scenes. There was going to be a battle between all the red cards and all the black cards on the battlefield.
Cool.
And this was going to be one of the biggest scenes in movie history
right now.
with 52 actors.
52 actors, I can't believe it.
Doing battle on
You had
a
no
field.
You had no plan for that.
No, we did.
You had no
it was
plan for
all
that.
scripted.
You had
It was all scripted, man. This is the Tarkington cut.
no
It was
money
all
for that. You can
choreographed.
script whatever you want. You could script you landing on the moon, but if you don't have the funds, you don't have the. You spend all the top secret
I
money.
had people lined up to play these cards.
No,
we had most of the costumes made.
When I came-
but you didn't give us a chance. When the weekend
I'm
came,
not gonna throw money in the.
This is like probably a proper. That's probably like. Now, Tim and Greg have obviously argued back and forth, but it's probably the first time ever. It's just them, like two ends of the table arguing with each other. Like, just that's the whole point here is them arguing.
You can't throw money down the drain.
I can't shoot every day.
I'm not going to throw money down the drain.
Sunday was an off day. That was a day for us to recalibrate and get ready to start shooting again on Monday.
Man,
and then you stole all the footage and stole
I didn't
all the
steal nothing.
before we could
I don't want
finish
to be.
it. We also
I'm
had.
not going to sit here and be accused of stealing something
But
that's
you did
mine.
steal it.
I
It
didn't
wasn't
steal
yours.
anything.
Hey, guys,
I paid for it.
I paid for it.
You paid for nothing.
I paid for the whole thing.
Take control, Joe. David Spade move. what? What was that again? Something with diamonds or some fucking shit.
For nothing.
Nothing. Oh, it was a 2018 film we was talking about. I can't remember the name of it.
Guys, wait.
Did you win a movie trivia contest?
You wasted
anything?
The money.
What contest did you win?
The pop secret money went into the shitty scene that you had with Joe in it. Okay,
Well,
and
you
then it
know,
was
now,
gone.
Now, wait a minute.
And the rest of it was from tapes or whatever else.
Yeah.
This is bullshit. And you don't know what you're
And
talking
I had another
about.
character, Joe. I had another character that would have been great. That you would have been lucky to act opposite, which would have been the ace. The ace
Let me
of
tell you-
diamonds, who's the chauffeur for the 2 of diamonds, who's the most popular character in the whole thing, not the King of Hearts, because you weren't in it enough
let me
to be
tell you-
popular. Not J.J. Denneker, who no one likes.
Jeez,
The
man.
ace
This is
of
the tops.
diamonds was the chauffeur, British chauffeur who drives around the 2 of diamonds as they explore the pubs in the British countryside. We're trying to track down the kidnappers who kidnapped the King of Hearts.
It sounds awful. It does.
Joe,
It sounds
control.
like bullshit and a waste of time. What I did, what Mr. Amato and others did,
I just don't want to
people
be
that I
there.
trust who actually
Mr.
understand.
Amato,
Tim, there must have been some good
He's not a
things
filmmaker.
that you
He
saw in
processes
this,
waste.
in this
Control.
script
Well
that
done.
you put your money, time, and
I
talents into.
was
That-
intrigued.
What brought you into
I was
this?
intrigued
What
by
brought you
a
in?
couple things, and I'll tell you why.
The
Good.
first
I'll
ever
tell you
movie
why.
based on the famous deck of cards. That is a great
that's-
property,
that's a good
which
idea.
I acquired, and you wanted to get your grubby
Well, there
hands
was Alice
all
in
over.
Wonderland,
Tim,
but we.
talk.
But
agree
that's
with
not
that.
called deck
It's
of
good.
cards.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
Here's what I liked. I liked
Talk
that
about
we
deck of
had
cards.
a world of cards that you
It's good.
created, and I'm going to give you credit for that.
Yeah, man.
That there
This
was
is
a
good.
kingdom.
See, we agree on that.
good.
So
Yeah.
we're
that there-
finding things we can
Let
agree
Joe,
on here.
Joe, let me please speak.
Okay. All right.
You have a
Tim,
cup
go on.
of flour. You got a cup of milk. You got an egg.
Yeah. Ingredients.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
Cake.
sitting on a table.
That's a cake.
Yeah.
I'm
Right?
here for the
What is
analogy.
that?
Cake. I
No,
just
it's
said-
not
I already
cake
said-
to me.
Yeah.
It's eggs, water, and flour.
Right. Right.
Okay.
But
Greg, You took it from Alice in Wonderland, which is not called Deck of Cards, by the way.
You're looking at that
You're not
saying
going to
that's
eat a cup
cake.
of flour.
Well, no, you're not. You're going to mix it, and you're going to bake it, and put salt and a little sugar and all the other ingredients that it needs to be a great
And
cake.
that's what I was going to do the next week before
But
you
you
stole the
had no
footage.
plan to do that.
I
You
just
wanted
told
the
you
audience.
I have the ace of
You
diamonds.
wanted the
Ace of
audience.
diamonds.
You wanted
Yeah.
the high network subscribers. You wanted to delude
me.
them into thinking that
I don't want
a
to show it
couple-
on the high network.
if
This
you
was
guys
supposed to be
put your
movie
great
theaters. We don't want this on the
No,
high
if you're
network.
going to yell, if you're going to lose control, if you're going to yell, then we're going to end this.
It's like we just here to fucking watch us two best friends in the whole world tear each other apart again.
No, we won't. Well, yeah, you know,
We're going
look.
to end this conversation if you raise your voice to me again.
If you raise your voice to me again, as if Tim hasn't just fucking screamed at him.
You guys can put your great creative minds together.
Which we
with
did in a way,
purpose.
Joe.
Well, maybe
we did in a way, because
In a way.
what Greg did was created a world. Created a world of cards.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that was all
And
he
that was
did.
good. I mean, that's a good idea. That's
a good idea.
And what
solid
I did
idea.
was I was the stitch, I was the glue, I was the oven.
Of course,
in
he
the cake
knows why he's
metaphor.
here.
I was the mixing
We're
bowl,
introducing the
He's trying to remind everybody what it's all about at the end of the day.
and I was the oven,
The movies.
which combined them all together to tell a captivating story that was about something that matters, which is personal freedom.
But my
And-
understanding,
you
you
were the guy that-
There's no message.
You were the guy. You were the guy
you
that
already put your cake in the oven, right?
No, he's the guy
When
that,
he came-
that took a thing of salt and dumped it in the cake,
much
thinking
salt.
it was
Too much
sugar and
salt,
ruined
man.
the whole cake.
Oh, well, that's
Let
what
me
you
let
did.
me tell you what a
Nice
let me
analogy.
tell you a
It's
You made a
fact.
salt cake.
Let me tell you
You
a
made a
fact.
salt cake.
He
Let me
salted
tell
it.
you a fact. Audiences want to see a compelling story that's actually about something where something actually happens.
I don't know
And
about
that's
that.
what we did.
Did you like at least the
I
driving
love the
scenes that he
movies.
put in? Did you
It's a
kind of
great
like
movies.
those?
Those were okay.
Okay, well, see, now we
What
got
about
something there
let me
that
bring this up.
we're
and I'll tell
agreeing
you
on.
something. I'll tell you something.
Yeah.
This was a phone call I received yesterday.
Oh.
I don't know the gentleman's name. He's a producer in Wisconsin, I believe. He's affiliated with the Wisconsin University Film Department.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He reached out. He said, I just want to say, Mark Porch in
Mark
Deck
Porch.
of Cards.
Yeah, man. He was,
Ben
he was
Franklin.
incredible in it.
Einstein.
That was Mark Porch's best performance ever.
Mummy.
Worst part.
Rush Limbaugh.
Rush
We
Limbaugh.
love those performances. And we are
Mummy.
working on putting together a movie.
What's
and
this
we wanna
professor's name? I don't believe this.
I'm not going to talk about it. I don't
It's
want
not
to
your
put him
business,
in a
Greg.
position that he has.
Because it's not real.
This 100% is
What's
real,
his
Joe.
name?
Why do you lie about it?
Ask you
Universities
is-
don't make movies. Paramount Pictures makes movies. Warner Brothers. Joe's,
This is gonna be a big
made
movie.
400 movies. Have you ever made a movie that was a university was making the movie?
Probably.
Well, I did actually
Yeah, of
one.
course you
Yes, I did. It didn't go very far, but
Mark's performance in the second half of Deck of Cards has lit a fuse with people, and it is everyone's
Absolutely.
talking. And you don't see it in the first half
Yeah,
with
he's
his
like,
mummy, and he
come
looks
on.
like he wants to kill himself halfway through.
He really
halfway through
does.
that
He's so
performance.
bad.
Suddenly,
man.
a shift happens. You see Mark.
This is actually so true what he's Tim said. It's a very good point. When he was the mummy, Mark just wanted to fucking kill himself. But when he's all these incredible characters like Rush Limbaugh,
Given opportunities
becomes
to
something
really
else.
perform and really do something wonderful.
Yeah,
Look at his
man.
performance as Ben Franklin. Tell me that's not a great performance. It's not a
Incredible
great
performance.
impression of, first of all, great impression of Ben Franklin.
simply just like
Great
him.
impression of Albert
Well,
Einstein.
let me-
no
let me
one's
ask-
saying differently, not even you.
let me
I
ask
would
you this,
love to put you on a lie detector test. Shut up. I'd like
Shut
to
up.
put you on a lie detector
Oh,
test
Joe.
and say, is that a great performance when he's doing Einstein? Is that a great performance when he is, in fact, doing Ben Franklin?
Ben
All
Franklin.
right? You would, you'd try to
start
say that
buzzing.
you didn't care for it, but you'd fail.
Who
Because
brought-
I
Greg
know
knows
what
he's
you
telling the
know,
truth
and I
here,
know
man.
you know movies. I
can
know
tell in
you're
his
an
face.
expert, and you have expertise in
So sad, man.
performance. Okay? And Mark's performance there should win him an award, not an Oscar, an Emmy.
Tim
Now,
story.
who brought
An
Mark
Emmy, they
Proch
don't give
into the
Emmys
into
to
the film?
movies.
Did you bring
They
Mark
give
Proch into the
Oscars.
film?
Yeah, I brought him in
Well, see,
as
he
the
brought him in,
mummy.
so that's a
and
big-
I also brought
that's a big
you,
plus
and
there.
you didn't continue, and I
Oh,
brought the
leave
Queen
it
Parks,
be.
who you poached. And
Yeah.
Mark, you took two of my actors and put them in yours because you could see we were onto something good. And so you took my people.
I
Sounds
could
like
see
jealousy, Greg.
potential in what you built, what you began
and
to
if
build.
you'd let me
See, I
finish
like
it,
that. I like
but
where
I
this is
knew where it
going
was
now.
headed.
I
I
knew-
knew it was literally
Yeah.
the Titanic
sad, man.
situation with the Titanic.
Yeah, but if you think about it, Mark Proch is a real J.J. Denneker. John Jacob Denneker can travel realms like the Doomslayer.
Titanic situation, if you don't know the metaphor. Titanic,
Another
big
metaphor.
boat, you know the movie.
Leonardo
Yeah.
DiCaprio,
And
Yeah.
Kate
Movies.
Winslet.
Yeah.
what the captain saw was the captain didn't see. In
Runtime?
other words, the captain
Are we gonna
didn't
get a runtime or
see.
what?
He saw a little bit.
Well, don't
of
give away
iceberg,
the
but he doesn't
movie.
see
Don't
no.
give away the end of the movie.
The point is, I could see disaster ahead with this, with the finishing this film. I came in like
Joe
the,
taking
the
trauma again.
USS Carpathian.
Carpathian, yeah, in the middle of the night.
Saved 523 people, however many it is.
Middle of the night.
Got them off the Titanic and saved their ass, and we got a great TV show.
It's a movie, and also you don't know. Your thing is okay. Okay, it's not the worst thing that I've seen, but it's certainly not.
This is going
it's
now.
certainly not the best.
You didn't find
but
the
you didn't
storyline.
see.
You didn't find
the
the
storyline.
storyline.
I have the storyline, and I'll tell you.
He's hiding under the table.
Okay, here we go.
This is what you guys.
The Tarkington cut. There it is. Yeah, they were definitely ripping on the whole Snyder Cut thing that was going on here, weren't they? Yes.
To get on social media
and release the Tarkington Cut.
And call the news networks and movie buffs, post this in local theaters on the marquee, because my cut, which features the Ace of Diamonds, the greatest new character that you didn't see, because we had to see tired old J.J. Denneker that everyone is sick of, and also the battle between the cards, which was going to be bigger than the Titanic sinking. It's going to be one of the biggest scenes in motion picture history, just as the jitterbug has made news headlines.
I always love it. Greg's made a point. He always does this and he goes with that with his fingers, you know.
Lines everywhere because it is scenes cut from The Wizard of Oz.
Well, let me just say this, and I don't.
Joe,
wanna,
you've
happy
seen The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I have.
And you wondered, where's the jitterbug when you saw it? Everybody wondered because the footage was lost. It was damaged by MGM, who didn't store it properly. Gone. We shot that footage frame by frame, recreated it with our cast, and now it's become a big news story.
Well, it's not. But let me
I got an email from a guy in Singapore who
I like that. Greg's just like, who's this professor? Now Greg's pulling the same fucking deck of cards.
Who knew all about this and was absolutely thrilled that the jitterbug was restored.
All right, well, let me
just... Cut 500 subs. It's a genius idea.
Is there going to be a deck of cards too?
Yes.
Let me just explain.
It's going to be a whole universe, and I am going to bring
the cinematic universe.
Ace of Diamonds that everyone wants to see. The chauffeur for the Two of Diamonds, and we're going to feature him heavily in deck of cards.
Well, I wish you luck.
And I'd love to have the king. I'd love to have the King of Hearts back.
We call that a car boot sale over here.
Joe, if you want to come to your senses, I shoot the restored scenes that we lost.
Well, no, a car boot sale is more of a flea market. We call them car boot sales over here.
Let me explain something. I wish you luck.
We'll talk.
We'll talk.
I wish you luck on winning another contest. Okay.
Oh, thanks.
That's the only way you are going to raise $1 or have funding beyond $1 to make another second in the deck of cards universe. So I wish you luck. Go buy as many bags of popcorn as you want, or whatever it is, or go down and buy the lottery. That's one option for you. Odds are not great that you're going to get another $1 in another contest. So
if
that
you
was your
hadn't
shot.
ruined this movie,
that was your shot.
I would have shown it in theaters and made plenty of money on the box office.
Let me tell you this.
If I'd shown my version of this, box office
Bring it out
numbers,
again. No, I want to talk
the box
about
office numbers would be very good, and we would have all the money we need to make another movie.
I want to
That's
talk
how
about this.
all these, Star Wars, they made money from the first movie, and they used that to make the second movie. That's what we would have done, but you took my movie from me, and now you're keeping all the money you get from these high subscribers so that I can't make Deck of Cards 2.
Let's be honest about
Or even
this.
finish this.
Let me explain this. Release the Turkington Cut. Hashtag Turkington Cut. Big online, big Twitter movement.
What's going to do with that?
People want to see the Turkington Cut. Guess what, folks? There isn't a Turkington Cut, okay?
There isn't a Turkington Cut.
The footage has been destroyed. There is no other footage that Greg shot. Nothing. Of course, there's some outtakes from the J.J. Denneker scenes, but there is no footage that exists because
but we were
it was
going
destroyed.
To shoot it. We were going to shoot.
I like that Greg's like, release. There's well, good point. There is no fucking footage. There's no cut. What's he talking about?
But there is no Turkington Cut, so this hashtag is a complete joke, and you can forget about any option of getting your whatever Turkington Cut scene, because it doesn't exist. Now, if you want to take little screenshots
just sitting here right now, man,
of your script and put that doodles and drawings and cut that together to show everybody the Turkington Cut, whatever that.
Kind of reminds me of Solitude, the animated series, episode 4. Am I right?
So, if I was cloned from Sonichu's DNA, shouldn't that make him my father?
But what I did is I took a pile of shit and I turned it into something that we could put proudly on the High Network, people got what they got out of it.
Yeah,
Some people
now
like
it's a pile. Now it's a pile of shit with J.J. Denneker standing in the center of the pile, rubbing it all over himself. That's not what people wanted.
People
wanted the
tastes.
Ace
You
of
don't know what
Diamonds.
people want.
People wanted the card battle.
All right,
people wanted the extended jitterbug scene. You say there's no Turkington cut. We have an extended jitterbug scene. Extended. It goes on about 2 minutes more, and people love it. Our test audiences loved it.
Is there any way that you could see clear to working with Tim again in a positive way to get Decker Cards 2 up and running?
Yeah, I would love to do that. But not with J.J. Denneker.
People are happy to have J.J. Denneker back, so I don't think he's going anywhere. But season 13 of On Cinema.
Hey, here we go. Season 13, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we're watching next on the Chill Streams next week.
Is coming in October 26th. That's a big announcement. Season 13.
October 26th. Well, that's good news.
Season 13 is October 26th.
You're lucky 13.
I know you.
As every Turkington fan knows, he not only shoots the film, but he shoots backups on consumer VHS. A yard sale in Klman found it. I did. Please give me 500 subs and then more. I'll release increments of the Turkington cut per 500 subs that we get. So the whole film will be released by the time we get to at least 100K.
You have commitments with the AMC network.
Yes, I've been working with AMC, but I'm sort of their resident expert now. But
the resident AMC film expert will be going into this in the next season as well.
I'm going to do some work
for
Tim because I'm a nice person and I have a commitment to the viewers to give them what they want, which is film criticism.
Well,
not J.J. Denneker and not Jakar and not DKR.
You should stay in your acting lane, Joe, and stay out of business. You should stay in the lane as a film expert and stay out of making films because let me tell you, folks. What I saw from him, you would not believe what the original version of Deck of Cards looked like. It was a complete mess. But I value your movie expertise.
That's nice.
And you're very enthusiastic.
Oh, see there, that's
You're very enthusiastic about films, and you seem to have tremendous
He's just
knowledge
widening his lane here. So I think that's
I implore you to stay away from the creative side of filmmaking and
then we'll have no restored jitterbug, and the world will not be as nice of a place.
It's brutal.
I think we're all going to be fine.
I think we're all going to be fine.
But I appreciate you, Joe.
I think you guys accomplished a lot today. You got a lot, a lot out there in the air. And
the good news is,
and hopefully you're. Can I get you guys to shake hands here? Can we shake hands here, you guys?
No, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
The good news is, I think J.J. Denneker we have a path now forward for several more J.J. Denneker projects.
Oh, great.
I like the idea of the Joker as a character. I'm not saying I don't want the Joker in this.
But what card is J.J. Denneker? The whole point of the Deck of Cards is it's a movie that's entirely cast by cards. What card is J.J. Denneker? What card is that?
In the film, we had an interesting workaround there where we had J.J. Denneker and we had the Jack of Diamonds. So he is the Jack of Diamonds, but he is
keep the Jack of Diamonds,
Denneker.
but get rid of J.J. Denneker, and then maybe we'll have something.
I wonder if that old Jack of Diamonds song is you could use that. Jack of Diamonds, I've known you by old. You robbed my poor pockets of money and gold. Maybe you're too young for that.
Sure.
There's no rights on it now. I mean, a lot of card songs out there.
The point is,
Frankie Lane sings a lot of them. The man who robbed the bank in Monte Carlo.
Here's what went wrong. Here's what went wrong. If that's the title of this, here's what went wrong. And I'll lay this out, and we can be done with this.
Excellent.
We should never have pursued the acquisition of the VFA because.
Well, I'm sure Greg agrees with that.
One of the clauses in that agreement stipulated that we would take part in a VFA film production.
Yeah,
that was something we were legally obligated to do. That's a big regret. If I hadn't agreed with that, if I hadn't agreed to that, we would not be in this position.
Joe,
but
no point in talking about that, really.
The positive side effect of that was that this was a lane to reintroduce J.J. Denneker to America and the world. So it's a win in that department. If you haven't seen Deck of Cards, I would suggest scrolling through the first 10 minutes
Okay.
We
No,
might
watch
put
the
out a
whole- watch
cut.
the whole thing.
And in fact, we might
watch the whole thing. What's done is done. I'm not happy with how it went because I think that my version with the climactic battle would have been better.
And the Jitterbug
But at
scene
this point,
extended,
it's
obviously.
locked in time as a movie, and you
Yeah.
have to respect what it is now.
Well
Give
said, Greg.
what it is a chance,
Well said,
and a
man.
lot of people like what it is. It's
That's
not the
cool.
way
It's
I wanted
very
it,
mature.
but I still think it's 5 bags of popcorn.
Whoa! 5 bags, maybe one of those little rewritten scripts to release the Turkington cut.
There you
That's
go.
great.
And,
That's
and,
great.
You know, and people waiting to
result
see
here.
a deck of cards 2, or what's the title you got for deck of cards 2?
Deck of Cards 2.
That's the title for
that's
this.
the title.
Yeah. Well,
that's
that
not
works.
something that's going to happen on the High Network. And like I said earlier, I don't.
want to see
it
Deck
is-
of Cards
it
2
is not
so
something.
No,
that's-
we're going
you
to
know,
probably do
I
it
mean,
with AMC.
It's always darkest before the dawn, so.
Well, let me look at a
you know,
script. If the script is more than 10 pages without a cartoon font or
None of this comic sense.
written in more of a prose
That was a
style.
rough.
Well, I think we can agree to talk again
Just
here,
a
guys. I mean,
script,
I'd like
basically.
that handshake. You know, can I have both of your hands here? To,
Happy to do that
yeah,
with
let's.
you, too.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
thank you for
Love
joining
guys,
us.
and-
And you want to say
Thanks, Joe.
you're hosting, so just
He's
wrap things
hosting.
up.
Like how Tim kept telling him you're not a host. He is hosting.
You know,
now.
listen, I want to thank you guys. It was a very stimulating conversation. You cleared the air on a lot of things, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. All right. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you, Joe.
And have a great rest of the day. And,
Thank you. I will.
Take care.
Oh, thanks, Joe. Sweetheart, man. That was it. Deck of Cards win actually went wrong. On Cinema's coming out soon. We're watching that next week. But in the meantime, that is the end. That is the end of today's chill stream, ladies and gentlemen. Deck of Cards. We made it happen. We watched it. It's over. It's done. It's time to say goodbye, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in for this incredible milestone in the world of the chill streams here on the Klman channel. Thank you all so much. We're gonna go now. Time to finish up and go. I'm gonna run away. Oh man, it was good. Enjoyed that. I'm glad just so glad we finally fucking done it. So glad we finally watched it. Oh man, I never thought the day would come. We did it. Deck of Cards been officially ticked off the fucking list, man. Wow. Holy shit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for bearing with and watching Sonichu with me. I wanted to really just show off my role, you know. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I hope you all enjoyed Deck of Cards. I know for a fact that you all enjoyed Deck of Cards. It's Deck of fucking Cards at the end of the day. Mark Pork. You might fly. I know they walked so we could run in the field of cards, the card kingdom. But yes, again, thank you. It's good to see you all. I had a blast as per usual. Tune in next week where we're gonna be starting season 13 of On Cinema and More in the morning. We're gonna really dive in there. We've not watched a classic season of On Cinema in a long ass time, in many moons. Been a few streams since we watched season 12. There's been a lot happening in between. But we're back to our regularly scheduled movie reviews, which is so exciting. I'm very excited to get back in there. Anyway, I'm going to go. Anthony Kamenya, thanks for tuning in. Good to see you, brother, as always. And Moz Anger Twitters and Delayed, thank you also for tuning in. Good to see you, brother. And my man, Onion Taker, thanks for tuning in. Good to see you, fella. And Ashley McCarthy. Ash, my dearest, darling ball and chain, came to say hello. Thanks for tuning in, dear. Love you. Okay, I'm gonna go. Again, see you all next week. Keep an eye on the channel for updates on the posts, for new YouTube shorts, create tidbits coming out, and updates on the main video. In the meantime, I'm gonna go right now before I pass out. It's too fucking warm. So goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Yeah.